They were all making money. Mike Crawford makes money. They make money off of what they do. Mike Crawford makes money. They make money off of what they do. Fumble.
Right. Welcome. I figured I'd start a couple minutes early, just due to all the different shows that are on tonight, and we have a great show tonight. I'm looking forward to having these guests on. You may have heard it last night. I didn't. I fell asleep early. I've been working so much. I missed the show last night. It was just phenomenal. JFK show off with James and Kevy Kev. You heard it. The Glera called in and LTL last night. Quite a show. If you didn't get to listen to it, definitely do watch it. I just played a little clip from it. Just laughed my ass off. I guess I am Money Mike now. I am Money Mike over here, or making money Mike. But I figured we talk about it tonight to start off the show. The elephant in the room, that episode last night with JFK and James. It wasn't the plan. Like I had hit them up maybe a couple days ago because I had seen their video about Giga. You know, basically saying nobody else is covering this, and I've been watching them cover it, and I felt like I need to do a show on this. I need to get them on. They're the experts on it. They're covering it. I wanted to talk about what's going on in Haverhill with Francis, and they just had his cousin on the show. So I saw some of that, and that's really what I tonight's show was going to be about. I didn't even know they were doing their show last night, but it we got to talk about this tonight because I've been trying to stay out of it, honestly. But I'm just going to say my spiel before I bring up James and JFK. They're here. They're waiting in the green room. But I just got to say, like, since my name's gotten brought up so many times related to this controversy with Jessica Machado and LTL and the Galera and everybody else, everyone else, a lot of people want me to pick a side. I'm not picking a side. I like all these people. I do. I have no beef with Jessica. Galera and I had some issues at one point. We're cool. I feel for the Galera. I get why he got mad at me. You know, I feel like in my heart, I feel like he did it for what he thought were the right reasons. I think looking back, he realizes I'm not a bully. I don't like to pick on people. It's just not my style. I think he realized it. We traded some barbs back and forth on Twitter. It was what it was, whatever. But I just enjoyed that show last night because I know all of these folks, and I thought JFK especially, and James is really good too. I gotta grab my layover hat. It's hilarious watching him pull down that hat advertising last night. Those guys are so good, and Kevy Kev is just the nicest guy. So I really liked watching their show last night. Kind of getting into it with these two guys to let people see what the real deal is on this, because I think people don't really know, and I think if you watch last night, you get a better feel for it. And I think you have to recognize, like, everybody who is streaming on YouTube, I don't care who you are, if you're putting yourself out here, you have some type of ego, including me. We all have ego, and it's whether or not it kind of is checked, is it balanced, do you keep your feet on the ground? All that stuff comes into play. And I think unfortunately sometimes it gets the best of us, some of us. And I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying we're all humans. We are all humans, and sometimes people make mistakes, but I think a lot of this too, if you're watching last night, is LTL feels a certain way, and it may not be reality. And I'm not bashing on him because I like him. I think he means well. He probably did talk shit about me. I don't give a shit. I want the best for Brian. I want to see him do well. I'm not going to defend every single thing he's done. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to tear him apart or lift him up. I'm just saying we're all people here. We're all humans, and I love them all because all three of them helped free Karen Reed, right? So that's my big thing. I think with Machado, some people are mad at her because they felt like she shouldn't have spoken out, but she's got a unique experience. I think as a woman and kind of as an employee of LTL, I think she did have a right to say what she said. I probably wouldn't have done it. I don't think it was probably best to do it publicly, but that was her choice. Like, I'm not gonna bash her for it. That's just not me. I like Jessica. I think she does bring a lot to the table. I think all three of them do. So that's where I'm at. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying they're all perfect people at all. I don't think any of us are. But I like the way that JFK handled his show last night. He was very fair to everybody. I wanted to do that, but I didn't feel like I could actually pull it off. He pulled it off last night. It was just amazing. I'm so honored to have these guys on the show tonight, bringing them back on the show. Let's bring them up. I think they're ready. I see JFK's ready. I think if he unmutes himself, then I'll know he's definitely ready and I'll bring him right up. But yeah, like I don't know what more to say about it too much, but let's bring him up. I know James is in the green room too. He hasn't turned on his mic. We'll bring him up as soon as he turns on his mic. I know he was getting some things ready. JFK is ready. Let's bring him up on the screen right now. Welcome back to the Young Jerks and JFK, and we're also streaming on JFK and James's channel. We're on 3 channels tonight. This is awesome. It's a
God
TriCast.
damn.
What's up, bro? What's up?
We here, man. We are here, brother. We are here. We are here. I'm currently flying 39,000 feet, man. Got a little bit of smooth air turbulence, but we're all right.
It looks like you are in a plane too, like the angle. I
Yeah.
think it's an SUV, but it almost does look like
Yeah.
a plane.
With the Dunks Coffee Kid, I'm in the game, dude. I'm in the game.
I see. I'm brewing my own. I got the Nespresso.
I know how you do
I
it,
wish-
Mikey.
Yeah. I don't like
So
to leave
what's
the
up?
house.
Yeah,
So
there's nothing wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
yeah, we got James too. It looks like he's almost ready to go. Bring him up in a second. As soon as
Nice.
he unmutes his mic, I'll know he's here. But
Right.
what do you want to say about last night? To the elephant in the room. I thought you guys did a really good job. I was proud of you.
I appreciate that. You know what they say, right? If you don't dress the elephant in the room, the sneak gets away, So I just think we needed to address it. It's just, sometimes I just felt it, I when I do my lives, I go with instinct, It's the same thing when I go to the gym. I don't really have a set thing I do, in the gym or what have you. I go in on instinct. And yesterday I felt it and I said, hey man, I'm gonna make this thumbnail elephant in the room. Call my guys up late. Keep in mind we didn't start until 11:30 at night. And I just felt that we needed to speak on it. And I just figured, hey, the tentacles that were attached to it, I said, we're going to speak on this. We're going to jump in this mix. And if someone got something to say about us in a negative way, our main goal was talking about Francis Jigalotti. So, okay, you guys can speak negative about us if it's the funny hat that I wear, if it's whatever you don't like about me. I don't know. Right. That's cool. But make sure you mention Francis Jigalotti. Make sure you mention we're the guy who just, we did the reenactment video. And shout out to the Loophole Lawyer. He played it today on his show. We got Kevin from South Boston to call. And just make sure you give us our props. And you mentioned Francis Jigalotti with the fuckery, so to speak. So that was the main goal, and it worked. We got everybody talking, and we got the message out there with Francis Jigalotti. And that, in the end, is what we wanted. And not only just Francis, Kelsey, Marquis Simmons, who, Mizzy Cash, aka Miles King, is home on a $10,000 bail on a murder one out there in Norfolk County, but a postpartum mother out in Essex County is being held without bail. It's like, the Commonwealth's a common thief, and that's what we got in it for. So just the corruption and more so the system and how it can bring you down, in all angles and stuff. So I think we got that point across, and in the end, I think we settled the issues, man. We seen what it was. We seen LTL side, and we seen the Glera side. It just is what it is, right?
And I'm glad you brought up that Kelsey has no bail and Miles King does. I've been bringing that up a lot too on like the Power Radio Network when I go on the Grace Curley show. It needs to be said more, like because I look at it like whether you believe what the police said about the incident or not, she didn't shoot anybody.
Right.
Like she didn't actually fire a bullet. Like nobody got shot. And there's this Miles King who killed somebody in front of her, allegedly in front of the mother's house. He killed this kid. You mentioned him, Marquis Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
And
the
he gets
Marquis
bailed
before
out.
Marquis Simmons before he died, he said it was Miles King. There's really no conspiracy usually.
Right.
So,
and then he
someone
gets
says you
bailed.
did it,
And the woman who
Right.
had postpartum depression didn't shoot anybody. They claim she pointed the gun and pulled the trigger, but no bullet came out. But Nobody got
allegedly. And
shot.
you know something, Mike. It's just that where are they winning putting a postpartum person like one of the worst forms of depression? For women. I mean, I have babies,
I
so I
know.
know how it goes. And it's tough for these women. So you're gonna put her in Framingham? You're gonna put her in jail? Well,
No.
that's gonna help her.
Away from her
And then she's
baby.
gonna go. And not only that, she's gonna go to jail as a cop. That's not a good look. You can't walk in
Yep.
jail as a cop, right? Number one, and she's frail. She got a hole in her chest, right? And then on top of that, she's going through postpartum. So where's the win? And my main thing is back to the system. She's got no criminal record. She's a cop.
Right.
Why are you holding without bail?
Yeah, she
How
would
does it?
show up. She's not
Of
gonna
course she
flee.
would.
Come on.
Of course. I mean, but by bail is that's what it's all about. It goes on your.
Exactly.
It's a hearing. It goes on.
Yeah.
Are you a danger to society? Are you a fleeing risk? Do you have a prior record? Do you default court? She doesn't check none of them boxes. And at the end of the day, too, with Miles King, he was in jail for 3.5 years, and he's home on a $10,000 bail on a murder one. That's insane. I don't think
It
that ever
is.
happened in the history.
Never. I've never
Right.
seen it.
So
It's crazy. And to look at her too, like there's a big incentive for the North Andover police to claim, and that police officer to claim that she shot that gun, because number one, they're looking at huge lawsuits. If she didn't shoot that gun, she owns that town. You know what I mean? She got shot. Like, so, and they didn't have body cams, so there's a lot of problems with the prosecution
and
of
keep in
her,
mind
as
the
far as I
same.
can see.
It's back to right. Right, of course. And it's back to the tentacles, right? You know about Essex County, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same place. Andover, Essex County, Haverhill, Essex County, the same DA's got to make the same decisions. So it's like, what are you gonna do? What are we doing here? Right. And it's just a mess. The Commonwealth's a common thief, man. Massachusetts, it gets dark real fast. Right. So that's
Oh, I
where I'm
think
at with it.
James
So if
just
I gotta
popped
go,
out. James,
did he?
we lost James.
Is
He
he
was here. I should have
did he
brought him
just
up. I
did
hope he
he
comes back.
did he
Please
just
come
get out
back.
the shower? Does he got a bag with him?
I don't know. He looked like he was getting ready, and then he looked like he was ready, and I should have brought him up. But we were getting too much into it. Please come back, James. We got to get him on.
James, where are you, buddy?
Yeah,
I'm seeing where he's at. I know he
all
had a
right.
dentist appointment earlier. He had a little
Yeah,
bit of
he did.
dentist work.
He had some molars
Yeah,
removed, and he may be hurting
yeah,
too. Even if he is, we got to get him on for a second at least.
yeah. He's got to jump in for sure. For sure, he
Yeah,
will. I think he's just trying to figure his life out real quick.
cool.
But yeah, last night's show, I feel like sometimes if that's what you got to do, if you got to attach yourself, I mean, that's going to come and go, right? I mean, I don't think the glare is going to stay on it. I understand. Like right now, I seen him on Twitter. Glare, if you're watching, I seen him on Twitter, and he's hinging on the point that where LTL said, "You're not even from Boston. Why are you wearing Boston clothes?" And then I said, "Good." He said it was cringe. Now, keep in mind, I'm in the moment. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, people, right? And I'm not making no excuses, but I'm just saying I was tired. I had no idea. I had no idea these two people were getting on the show. This is unplanned for, unplanned. So, bear with me. Some people are saying I did good. Some people are saying, oh, he did bad. But it's like there was no plan.
Phenomenal. You
You know,
let me just say this. You were saying you were the sixth string show,
oh yeah,
apparently.
TB named us that.
TV, I didn't know he said that, but apparently TV
Shout out
said that.
TB.
You're the best sixth string show ever, and Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick.
There we go.
So I mean, dude, you are the best 6th-round show, 6th-string show around by far. Like last night was phenomenal. I'm sorry.
check.
Like, I don't care anyone say anything bad about it. You guys were so. I'm gonna applaud you, all three of you. Like, I
Thank you,
loved
brother.
it. I think it's because it told a real story on a little bit what's going on with these guys, and I think if you're a reasonable person, you come away like I do. Like, you're not picking a side. I think a lot of people are trying to make me pick a side, and it's like, I don't know. Did you guys come out of it feeling it one way or the other? How do you feel after all that?
Your money making Mike now, for the record. It's money making Mike.
Money making Mike. That's it.
Hey, James and Kevy Kev. What's up?
How we doing, Mike? Thank you.
Good. We're on all 3 channels tonight. We're on James Jackson, we're on JFK, and we're on the Young Jerks. We're streaming with all 4 of the boys are here.
Mm-hmm.
Boys are back, man.
The boys are back in town for sure, and we had your back too, Mikey. You know,
I know you did. I got to thank you for that too. You
well, we
guys
always
have
got your
been-
back, man. You
I
know, we
love it.
always got your back, man. Me and you've been friends a long time, you know, so it goes beyond this shit, you know. But, I feel that's gonna come and go. Like I said, I don't think no one's gonna stay. But I was saying before they jumped on there. I just want to make a point. So the glare is hitching on to the Boston clothes. He said it was cringe, right? And so that's Glara's hot take. He put it on Twitter. He put a poll up. Can I wear Boston clothes? Does that make me in violation? Does Boston people feel a certain way if I wear Boston clothes? Now he said that I basically approved of what LTL was saying. And in the moment, LTL said cringe. I didn't even really hear that. He just said, you're not from Boston. And they were going
I
back
didn't
and
hear him
forth.
say cringe. I
Yeah.
didn't hear
And
him either.
they were going back and forth, and
Yeah.
I was like, you got a point there. And it was kind of like, because at that point it was like we was trying to even the score, so to speak, and like in the debate. So I kind of threw a point to, threw a bone to LTL a little bit, and just to shake it up and kind of laugh it off. But just for the record, Glera, you can wear all the Boston stuff you want, man. I'm not 10 years old. But let me tell you something. Back in the day, if you wore a Raiders hat in Boston or a Giants jacket or Trailblazers or shit, you're from Miami. If you wear a Miami Heat coat, Interville back in the day, the Interville Heat, god damn. I'm just saying, I give you a little history lesson how the teams work around here. But when I was talking to the Glera, I was jokingly with him saying, hey, you need to take off your Boston hat because, from Boston, this B to us, like if someone got a problem with you, right? Usually us Boston boys, we confront it, right? And James brought it up yesterday. Like we don't let a year pass by. And that's, and listen, I'm not promoting violence. I'm not acting like a tough guy. It's none of that. I'm just saying. So I told him jokingly, you need to take off that Boston hat and put the Miami Heat hat back on. But that is, if anybody knows Boston Celtics, you know that we got a big rivalry with the Heat. So it's just, he's from Miami. So it was a joke. It's a joke. And so I just want to know, man, the Glera, man, and let me tell you, let me give Glera, now to piggyback off that, let me give the Glera credit to break through a Boston crowd like he did, a New England crowd, and people love him in New England, right? Is great. Like,
He's got
because
something going for him.
Because let me tell you something. There's cats out here from Boston that can't get an audience.
Yeah,
and
right.
And the Glera is not from Mass, and he got an audience. So salute.
Yeah, we are kind of insular. Like we really do care like about the local thing. Like even covering this, I got a lot of heat because I'm not from Norfolk County. You know what I mean? Or I'm not from Canton. They're like, you're from Essex County. You know what I mean? So like that's how deep. It's like where I grew up. It wasn't even about the town you were in. It was about the neighborhood or the street you lived on. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that here, and you can joke about it. I think it's fair. What do you guys think? Kevy Kev or James Jackson? You guys should jump in and say something about any of this.
About the Boston thing?
Yeah, about the Boston thing, or even last night.
Your
thoughts about
my
last
mouth's
night.
a little messed up, so just tell me if I hear a little crackling. Is that me, Mikey?
Oh, everything sounds fine here.
You're all right.
Could be your headphones.
Take your time, James.
I mean, the Boston thing, it's like, as far as the movement, I welcome it. You want to be friends with, I don't give a shit. You want to rep. I wear LA hats sometimes, but it means something to me. So he said last night it means something to him because he feels he got the level of respect from Boston. Maybe he wasn't getting that in his hometown. So maybe he feels, the respect he gets here is just, it's welcome, it's warming. I know when I first had met the Glera, we hit it off. And we spoke on that last night. Really didn't get to say exactly what I was breaking down my point about when I met LTL. And he kind of talked both sides of his mouth. He said he didn't know who I was. But then JFK's like, come on, man. You didn't know who James Jackson was? The guy that did the waterfall, the guy got the call from Kevin from South Boston. You did a show, Decorated Dudes, right after, man. I mean, I guess he thought I was someone with the family. I don't know. I blend in. I'm a chameleon. But
damn, Alan's nephew.
Yeah, my uncle. So I mean, I just didn't get the same vibes I got when I met Clara, and that's all. So I see where they had their problems and where they could have clashed, especially in this. Everybody wants to be money making Mike. God damn.
Money making Mike. He's making all the fucking money. This guy.
Oh, the money.
In the beginning, I used to get mad when people came at me, but now I recognize that that's what it is. They want the money. They want the views. Like, you can't blame them. You can't
Oh,
blame
yeah.
anybody. Like, everybody wants it. Even me now. Like you know, for me, like my claim to fame over the last 2 years is mostly like, what do people know me most for? Bettero.
Yeah.
Bettero goes on other shows like Nurse Kim or like these lawyers tonight. I can't compete with that, you know. So I can like feel what they're all.
How many people
like
are watching right
everybody.
now? On the
I don't
jerks.
know. We don't have as many as usual. I'd say. It's tough to know. We got like 600 on Young Jerks, 280 on JFK.
Yeah, that,
Another 50 or so on
That's good.
the other channels and some Facebook people too.
that's great.
So yeah, I mean we got a good
Yeah,
crowd.
we good. We
But you
good.
know what I mean?
We're
It's
mo-
not 10,000 people. Like, you know, like
Hey.
so like I understand where that's coming from. Like I feel it. Like, and I feel like a lot of people they did like there was the weirdness about when people go on and all that shit. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you just gotta let it go. You know, and
Right.
I feel like with LTL especially, and I like I said, I like LTL. I feel like he has this thing where he thinks everyone doesn't like him. And I could feel that, like, you know, growing up, that, you know, I'd feel like that at times too, you know, the odd man out. And I think sometimes when you think like that, you start making that happen with subconsciously. You don't even recognize it. So I have a lot of like passion for him, and especially when he's talking about his brother. I know some people say it's a crutch, but dude, that's real. Like
Right.
you can't
That's
call it a
real.
crutch. And the kid went through that. Like his life definitely was not easy. I know that, and he doesn't even have to tell me. Because I recognize in him what happened to me. You know what I mean? Like my life wasn't even that hard, too. Like I think that kid's probably had a harder life than I have. Like so, you know, I just want to give everybody compassion. The same thing with Will. I don't think he had the easiest life going up too. So like, I want to focus on where we are now, building these guys up, and let's move on. You know, like especially with what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Like you're
Francis
talking about real
Jigalotti.
shit every night and you're having fun and you got this audience that loves you. Like what you did even the night before. The last 2 shows you guys did, fucking phenomenal. Like
Thank
Thank you, brother.
that's what it's about for everybody.
Thank you,
Like
Mike.
we just got to make sure that we're doing good content that we like. And that's my advice to all the creators and YouTubers out there. Like for me, that's always my struggle. Do I have something I want to do? Is there something good that I want to do? You know what I mean? If there is, then I'm feeling good. I don't care about the competition. It's about like it's about the journey more than the destination. If you have a good journey, you'll get to the destination. Just let it be. And I feel like JFK knows that more than anyone. I feel like all you guys do. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. I feel like I'm talking too much. I
Nah,
want
go
Kevy
ahead,
Kev to
bro.
talk a little. Let's
I
get
love
Kevy
that. Yeah,
Kev to
let's
talk.
Kevy
Yeah.
Kev. By the way, Kevy Kev 781 on YouTube. Kevy Kev 781 on the Cash App. Kevy Kev 781. We need to get his subscribers up.
People were asking for it today on Twitter. I saw.
Yeah, Kevy Kev, you've crashed the internet, man. You almost
Yeah.
made my shit go down. Everybody loving Kevin. I think Nurse Kim too. God damn. You see what Nurse Kim said about him?
No, what did Nurse Kim say?
Oh
God
God, I
damn,
got the
Kevy
best.
Kev.
I got the best soundbite for Kevy Kev.
What she say?
Are we fucking?
No.
Oh, yeah.
God, disclaimer. I need the X's in the chat.
Oh,
Message from the flight
What's
deck.
wrong?
Oh, shit. God
I love you
damn.
guys in your clips. How you clip everything.
Yo, we got the X's in the chat for that because it's no disclaimer though. She said it. I mean, I know that's her joke, you know, like how we got the disclaimers and all that. And
God damn.
but yeah, she loved Kevy Kev. She loved her some Kevy Kev last night, man.
God.
That's a good thing. And you know, when you make people feel good for the right reasons, it makes you people around you feel good, you know? You know, like Kevy Kev, and when I'm with JFK and I feel, you know, when Kevy Kev, it may sound cliche, but I feel safe. I feel, you know, you can trust your friends. You was with us that night, Mike. I don't give a shit about how many numbers in the chat. We jam-packed the you know, a little establishment, and we did our show, 6-string band, and you know, we put it down. So
Kevy Kev, man, you want to speak to the people? Speak to the people, brother.
No, I really appreciate, you know, everybody with the support, you know. I'm you know, I'm just like I said, I'm kind of new to it all too. I'm starting to get the hang of it, you know. Um, you know, without JFK and James, I mean, I really wouldn't be up here, Mike. You know, you and you know, letting us up first and foremost. I appreciate this opportunity. Um, you know, I mean, I like speaking on, you know, these things that are going on in our, you know, community and you know, the judicial system, and you know, things need to change. There's got to be a change, and the only way it's going to change is if we bring it all up, get it on the table, talk about it. You know, we touched 2 or 3 people tonight. I'm good with that. You know, like James said, I mean, the numbers, they could, you know, be crazy. The only thing I'm trying to do is bring this awareness to people with my, you know, my brothers here, and you know, and speak on these situations. You know, I mean, I said it the other night with, you know, with JFK. I mean, everybody views things different, and everybody feels things different, and that's a big part about it. You know, I mean, if you can't see what's going on and you can't speak up, then I'm going to speak up for you.
There you go.
James said too about the, like, you guys have you know, like a brotherhood. Like when I first started doing streaming back in the day, it was internet radio, and I had this guy named Michael Malta called the King of Pod. He was this character. Everyone loved him, and he was like my best friend. He was my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. Like we did everything together. And then he friggin' died. It killed me. Like that's when that's actually when I started the Young Jerks, because I had brought my show to his network, and then he friggin' died.
Damn.
And so
Sorry
basically
to
that
hear
was
that,
like
Mike.
10 years ago. Then I started the Young Jerks because he had all his equipment at his house. He had like a internet radio station at his house. And I had been like with Dig Boston doing a radio station, internet radio. And I brought it to him. When he died, his wife sold all of his equipment to this new outfit that were my friends, actually, that were a half mile from my house. And like I had no money back then. Like this was like my worst time of my life. My friend died. And like when his wife sold that equipment, I knew I needed to do a show again. You know what I mean? So it was like a sign, and that's what kept me going. Like that's how much brotherhood can mean. Like it's just like even after death.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like I look at my last 10 years, I always say every day, like, thank you, Michael Malta. Thank you, KOP. Because he told me 10 years ago that I'd be here, and I didn't believe it. And I just kept going, you know, like, so
You've been
that's the
grinding
thing
for
for
a
me.
while.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've
You
been
know,
grinding,
and
Mike.
you just like experience matters too. Like, I think that's a big thing for, like, you know, people just need to give themselves time, you know, and just stick with the voyage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so thankful now because of the 10 years of heartache I went through. I lost everything. Like I can't even tell. I'd be here all night talking about how bad my life was. Probably when I first met you, JFK. That was it.
Yeah.
That I had lost my career. You remember the Sea of Green? I told DL he got offended by this, but it kind of like when he did the Sea of Green, it reminded me of my life. I was a financial advisor. I got busted for weed. That like, and then I lost everything. You know, and at the
Damn,
same
Mike.
time, I'm doing all that mass can shit. I'm growing. I'm becoming a big name, booking the bands, but everyone's backstabbing me, and I'm making no money, and I'm reacting. Like I'm getting pissed off because I'm doing all the work, but they're all backstabbing me. So like, there's a lot of like, I'm so glad it happened now. Like I think a lot of times we have to realize sometimes like the worst things that happen to us are actually the best things. Like
Losses
all that
equal lessons.
heartache made me so
Losses
thankful
equal
now.
losses equal lessons, right, brother?
Yeah. And you
By the
think about
way,
what matters. Like that friendship mattered to me so much with him. Like Michael, still talk about it. Like I
R.I.P.
goosebumps.
Michael Malta, man. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Michael Malta, man.
R.I.P.
Peace.
Michael Malta.
Yeah,
He's the
man.
best.
He's here,
It's
man.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
you know, guys like Mikey, I just want to say this. Guys like Mikey, right? Mikey Malta, he'll be alive forever and ever because
He
of the
will. We
storytellers.
say
You
KOP
know,
forever.
and as long as we keep telling the stories, as long as we keep throwing them in the mix, like R.I.P. my man Sean Mooney, the dude who I came up with in the music game, like, you know, these guys will live forever as long as we speak about them. So that's how it goes, right?
And it's so funny too, because Michael's such a nice guy, Michael Malta. Like, anytime I have like anxiety, he had a lot of anxiety, but like anytime I have like any issues with people, I always think, what would Michael do? What would he do? And then I think for a day, and then I come up with the right. He would have love. Like, that's the thing. He didn't want to get. He definitely wasn't a pushover. He's not afraid to call things. Like, I feel like he's a lot like JFK. Like, you're direct, but you have compassion. You want to listen to people. You don't want to just make a rash judgment on them. And I think it's important, So brotherhood. I'm glad you guys have it, because your show, you could feel it. The three of you together last night, the last couple nights.
But yo, Mikey, you know you're down with us, brother. You're part of the
Yeah.
brotherhood. You shitting
You're
me? We
part
make
of this
sure of
shit.
it.
That's
That's
why
why
I
we
had to
did.
come. I bring you up tonight. I was like, I need to be.
You're
I need
part
to
of
get
it,
some
man.
of
That's
this.
why. And we needed we needed to rebrand a little bit. The Young Jerks. We needed to rebrand. Mikey was Young Jelly, the Young Jerks. Now he's money making Mike. He's getting all the
Money-making
fucking
Mike.
money.
God
We got the
damn.
sound bite. You know that
Yeah.
sound bite. I'm gonna play that every
I'm
night.
gonna ask you right now. I put this on Twitter. Like, I've been looking for an intro. I have no intro to my show, no outro. You have the best
Yeah.
intros and outros. Can I pay you to come up with some type of
Oh yeah,
intro?
you don't
Do you
have to
do
pay.
those,
You don't have
JFK?
to.
Who creates them?
Yeah.
I do.
JFK. Whatever
JFK.
his show is, yeah. What you
Every-
talking about? On his show, he does his
Yeah, one of
mine.
Young Jerks, Money Mike one, like money making
yeah.
Mike. Just like
Yeah,
it's
All
he
like
the
a
got
songs.
you,
5,
bro.
10-second thing I could play at the beginning of the show at the
All
end.
the video,
You know what I mean?
all the videos I do too, like the new video I dropped, Answer, and all that. The new,
Mhm.
I do all my own videos too,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. I need one. I will
Yeah, I
pay
do all
money.
that.
Like, and I know you say
When I
you do
was
it for
driving
free, but
around
I
in the
would
new
like to.
song,
I would like to pay. Like, I
when
would
I
love
did
to
this,
pay you.
when I did the song Answer, right, I was on the way to the airport. And I had the camera right here. I had to drop my car off. I was like, man, I'm good. And then I put these little goals in my mind. I set up the tripod. I had the thing in there, and I just started driving around Lynn. And I was like, hopefully the camera picks up what I don't know what it was going to pick up, right?
Right.
So I put in the work and live with the results. And that's what I do, right? I just put in the work
Do.
and live with the results. And I say, man, I'm going to capture it. I feel it. Because I always like that song Answer. That song Answer that I did, the video, we need an answer, which it keeps saying Answer over and over again, and it was perfect. I did that song in 2012. That song's been sitting since me and you met. So I always wanted to use it in some type of. I always wanted to use it. I just didn't know what I got so much stuff in the vaults. So I was like, I'm going to use it based on what's going on now. And I'm just going to start putting stuff out there and speak to the universe. And hopefully the universe listens and we can start elevate. And that's how my life been. I can't tell you how I've been to Beverly Hills. I can't tell you how I've been, I've been on a plane with DJ Premier and Pete Rock, like in the middle of them. Premier's right here, Pete Rock's right here. And I look at Pete Rock and I say, my favorite song is Reminisce Over You. And Primo, I think you're the best, producer ever. And like, what the fuck am I doing here? Flying to LA. Like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? But that's how my life is. I just put it into existence and I chase it. So I had put the tripod there and I just drove. And then I said, when I get to the airport, I got an hour to get on this flight. I'm going to edit this video in 1 hour. And the time this plane takes off, I'm going to upload it. And that's how fast I edited it. And I did it in 1 hour. And boom, the time I hit send on YouTube, that shit was already spinning. I was in the sky. So, I mean, I do these weird things, man. I'm weird like that. And that's how I feel like that's what you have to do. You have to set goals. You have to chase it. You got to remain hungry, man. And, not everything is going to hit. I get that. But you got to remain hungry. And that's what we do. That's what we do here. You know what I mean?
And just keep doing it. That's the thing. Like, keep doing it day after day after. It's funny because last time I saw you was before this Karen Reed shit. I was walking a big ass dog and on the Common, Salem Common. And all of a sudden, I look, the guy filming. He's filming a video by himself, I think, with one other person doing some rapping. I'm like, JFK, you were doing it. It was just, I was watching you, and I was like, damn, that guy is always. And even before that, like, you were doing the hip hop challenges. You were helping aspiring rappers. I forget what it was called, but you'd have the MCs battle on in the Facebook group. And
Oh, the
remember
50
that?
plus
What was
bar
that called?
challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bars. That was. I mean, you
We
just
did that during COVID. It was basically set up just like this, you know. And in, in hindsight, who would have thought that was like a stepping stone for us to learn how to pivot through the StreamYard and all that. And you know, JFK and I worked well together. Kevy Kev fits in perfect. 6 Man of the year. And it goes good, man. It goes smooth.
was. Anything else we before we get into the Haverhill Francis stuff and some of this other topics? Anything else you want to say about what went down last night? On the show.
Um, well, you know, there was one thing that I guess was mentioned, and I could see why people would be upset. The TV actually commented on my live stream, and I'll wait till
Sorry,
you.
guys, I crashed out.
It's all
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
You
So,
guys, what?
yeah,
I'm the one that crashed out.
yeah. He said, Mike, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? Because I want Jay to
Mike,
hear
you
what I was
muted?
going to say. Oh yeah, was
Tonight,
there anything we
you
wanted
were
to
saying
say?
there was something about Turtle Boy that you
Oh
want to
yeah,
correct
yeah.
or something.
So TB left a comment. I don't know if you saw it in my chat.
Who said that?
I'm telling you, this is what
Is that
happened.
James Jackson trying to say that?
Yes,
Yeah, you can't hit me,
I can.
JFK.
Go
What do
ahead,
you?
James.
All right. So anyway, yeah, he left a comment and he said how LTL did say he had a clip of the Enrique, and then I said to myself, then so when the Glera asked him, he backpedaled and said, "No, I don't. I don't have a clip." And then so I could just tell that there was like he wasn't really telling the truth. And then he said something like, I don't want to go back. He said, she said, whatever that bullshit. But it was just like if basically what TB was getting at was if you're covering a case and like he covers a Karen Reed case, and if you got information and you can just put that information out to your audience, your people, the people that are trying to figure out, then put it out. That's what I got out of it. So I don't know LTL like that. I don't know what he had for information. I don't talk to him, so I don't. But I could see where it got a little confusing with them. Saying I got something, but then saying I don't got it. It's like I don't know. And then it made me question what was, people's what's their motives in all this. What do you want? And at the end of the day, I guess Kevy Kev and JFK got what we wanted because we just wanted people to talk about this Francis Jigalotti case. His family needs answers. I spoke with his fiance last night briefly after the show. She and messaged me this morning, but there's a lot of stuff going on with that, and it's unfortunate. So yeah, I guess it worked. We got people talking about it. We're spreading awareness, and that's what we're here for.
Posted about it today, telling people why he didn't feel comfortable covering it because it was his attorney felt like there was a conflict, but he definitely encouraged others to cover it. So
Yeah.
I think it's yeah,
Oh,
which is
he did
cool.
say
Good.
that? He said
Yeah.
that? Oh, okay.
I'm paraphrasing. Like I don't want to
Yeah, yeah, no,
say it's
because
quote
we asked an
unquote because I could
attorney.
get something wrong, but that's kind of the spirit of what I read.
Yeah, attorney told us. I don't think it really. I mean, it is what it is, man. He's
Yeah,
got a
but
lot
he
of shit
kind of
on his
explained
plate.
it. I think he explained it well. He basically said, either I would find, if I investigated this thing, I would like he's pointing it to all these little things like Kelsey, excuse me, and Giga. But he basically said like what happens if I researched this and found that it wasn't beneficial to Tim Bradle and these clients, that wouldn't be good. So I shouldn't do that because he's my attorney. And
Right.
if I found that there was huge police misconduct, no one's going to think it's credible because Tim Bradle's my attorney. So that's basically why he said he's not covering it, which makes sense. He feels like it won't. he can't be as credible covering that because of his attorney connections.
Well,
Makes
I mean, I
sense.
think too he knows that we got it. He trusts us. It's in good hands, TB. I mean, even a comment, leaving a comment on it, and that's what I did at the end. I said to him, I wish everybody the best. God bless. Free TB and justice for Francis Jigalotti. So at the end of the day, we're getting this awareness out there. However we got to do it, we're doing it. And yeah, I think that's what we're trying to do.
That's what we are
Days
doing, brother.
That's what we are doing. The Waffle House, goddamn. Love
God
that
damn,
place.
we out here, son. Don't go to Panola.
You are at the Waffle House. Wow, that's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
the duck. Yeah, I'm out here, man. I'm in ATL, bro. I'm out here
You'd
for
be
sure.
at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Well,
Do
no,
they
I'm
have
at the
Buckaroo
Dunkin'. Well,
Donuts
the
over
Dunkin'.
there?
Yeah, look, the Dunkin' Donuts and the Waffle House
Oh,
is
they
next
got
door
it.
to each other.
There we
I mean,
go.
come
Wow.
on, bro.
Wow.
I got the best of both worlds. Now the
You
gym
got it
is.
all down there.
Yeah, the gym I go to is right around the corner. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna jump on here. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go hit the gym. And then, but it was raining outside. Like, we got this crazy like hurricane type weather coming through. It's like not bad. It's just like tropical.
Mm.
So I wanted to sit outside because it's so beautiful outside, So, but then I had to sit in the car and I just had to let the rain pass. That's why I got knocked off. I think something happened with the signal and shit. But yeah, I mean, I seen that thing with the TB, what he was talking about him being a journalist. But like, that's the expectation, right? I think the kid, honestly, LTL is putting way too much expectation on himself, and he might have jumped the gun, right?
Mm.
Like, because he's seen what Turtle Boy did with Karen, and he might have wanted to kind of do the same thing with Enrique, and thought, and automatically assumed there was some type of corruption. And what I read with TB, he was saying that there might have been no corruption, although we know how corrupted the state police are. We can only assume they are, right? So he was like, if you do know anything, he said in the comment, right, James? He said, if you do know anything, you need to report it. And
Yeah.
but like I said, I think like that's tough though. If you got someone like TB telling you this, like that's a lot of expectation, right? Because TB like stands on that journalist shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
he said that, Jay, because he TB just to touch back. He called TB and told him I got a video of what happened.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I didn't hear that. I was crashed out, man, on the runway, man. But yeah, I seen the comment, and I mean that's just back to when we seen him crying, right? Like I didn't get to say this last night, but when we talked about him crying, like there's two people you can't trust in this world, right? Like who's the two biggest people they say you can't trust? Number one is a car salesman, right? And number two is a lawyer.
lawyer.
And I mean, let's face it, man. LTL, man, he's around the car salesman. Is no disrespect, disclaimer. Nathan Reed's a car salesman, and and then he's around all these lawyers. And I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying, like, I think like he felt he was so a part of something, right? That he felt that he needed to simp a little bit. He needed to take it to the next level with the crying and all that. I'm not saying that it wasn't real. I'm not saying that, right? Because I don't know that for a fact. I don't know his feelings. And as you get older with me, I respect people's feelings. Like if I say something that hurts you and you're like, hey, you said something that hurted me, I'm not going to be like, toughen up. I'm going to say, well, what did I say? And I'm going to really take a self-inventory of myself, and I'm going to apologize and make amends with that person. And because that's the growth, right? So I don't know if it was fake or whatever, but I mean, I just feel like, they put him in that spot. They put him in that, like, he's doing all these fundraisers. They put him in a spot, and he wants to be, he wants to be so a part of it. And, like you said, he had a rough childhood, some things might have not been right with him growing up, mental health or whatever.
Yeah, and
So
let me just say that I don't know 100%. Like, I never told me any of that stuff, so that's what I feel like. I'm just guessing, especially when he told the story about it.
And I don't want to come off wrong. I don't want to come off
Yeah.
wrong. Like I'm saying, Nathan's a car salesman. They lied to him, but it's just a lot of expectation, man. You're around, you're around Alan Jackson, you're around Yannetti, you're around Karen, and now it's all gone, right? Now it's like, Karen's on Wells Beach eating lobster rolls and shit, and 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 LTL's doing lives against fucking Galera. I mean, that's when you got to put your head down and pound the pavement and just, do you. And I appreciate LTL, though. I said it last night. He did a live yesterday, and he stuck with the script. He got Nan on there. Nan was looking pretty fine, by the way, huh, James?
Yeah, I love you were saying that. She did.
God damn, man, you need to calm the fuck down, man. Right?
God damn.
Yeah, when you said that, when you said that
she's
too, I was
worked
like,
Yeah,
I was
hey,
loving it.
I wanted to,
yeah,
I wanted to tap in with that, with what you were saying. James brought
God
up
damn,
a good,
Kevy Kev.
Oh, what? Holy shit, dude! Disclaimer. You want to tap what?
listen, god damn.
Oh,
I want to
shit.
chime in. I want to chime in on
Yeah,
what you guys are talking about.
That's better.
With LTL and Karen's brother and shit. James brought up a great point last night. Nathan brings a different kind of energy.
Right.
That Brian might have felt that during that interview. I mean, damn close near to having Karen Reed sitting in that studio.
All right.
And I can see the compassion that he had, that the dedication he had for Karen and trying to put things together and donating half his night's worth towards her defense fund, and to have Nathan in there, and him speaking on the end, being out there in the cold, being out there, with hoodies on and it's raining and, boots on the ground, Tom CPU, it just, he got a little emotional. I mean, and I could see that Nathan could bring that kind of energy, a little bit of defense for LTL,
No. Yeah. And Nathan, excuse me, wasn't Nathan, said, go ahead, buddy. He said, do it. So, I mean,
he didn't seem to mind.
He didn't seem to mind.
I gotta say too, like, because I got a phone call from Nathan Reed like a day or two after the trial. And I know the Galera spoken on this too. And I'm pretty sure the Galera got a little emotional when he got that private phone call too. I think maybe I'm paraphrasing, maybe I got it wrong, but I thought he said something like he even had to take like a day off or something. Like he felt like he couldn't go live. Maybe I'm mixing it up with somebody else, but I thought he was the one who said that. But I mean, when I got that call from Nathan, I wasn't expecting it. And
nice.
when all of a sudden I'm talking to Nathan Reed on the phone, first time I've ever talked to him on the phone. Like, I've met him a few times. We had dinner one night, all that. But to get the phone call out of the blue from him, like a day or two after the trial, and for him to say, like, when things were so down, my mom and my dad, especially my dad and me, every night, we were watching you and Betero and Mazza, and it just kept us going. It uplifted us every night. We'd watch it on the way to court. And
That's
just
awesome.
to hear that, I don't cry. I just don't. Like, I'm just not a crying guy. And I swear to God, I was almost crying on the phone with him. So
you don't cry because you don't cry because you're too busy. You're too busy making the money.
I'm too busy making money. I'm either walking dogs or I'm doing grifter shows, right?
Back in your wrestling
Sometimes
days,
I'm doing it at the same time. People don't even know. Sometimes I'm streaming while I'm walking the dogs. I'm doing double dipping.
And listen, anybody out there in the YouTube world that's got another problem with another creator, we do appointments. We're open 24/7. You can you need a mediation.
Be clear, the Venmo and the Cash Apps are 24/7. And if you have any grievances, right, in the comments, and you got a problem with James, Kevy Kev, and our boy Money Making Mike, and you have any problem,
I'm not making any money tonight. Where's my money? I'm looking at look at this JFK. I don't know if this came in for James or JFK, but it didn't come in for me. You guys are getting all the money tonight. You guys are
God damn. Oh, that's Josie.
That?
Is that Josie? Josie Lou, what up?
Yeah,
she's coming through.
E-Pags, our girl. E-Pags, she goes with this cat. You know the dude from Malden Station?
Oh, wait. I think I got one. My girl came through and left.
There you go.
But she hit us all. She hit us all.
She hit us all.
Oh, we love her. She went to every single stream and hit all three of us. Wow. And you got, look at this. You guys are loved. Look at that. I mean, I'm just hit like one after another. 99 bucks. Come on.
God,
unbelievable.
Shit.
Your audience loves you.
We might need to do this every night.
Damn. Nah. Yo, hey.
But Oh, go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
James.
no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just saying, money make. They know what channel we're on. This is Money Making Mike's channel.
Yeah.
You know, and not for nothing, but I mean, if you take a second to step back and you see the energy that we got going on right now between these 4 panels and everybody watching, that's what it should be. You're in a community, all right, and you should be building a community to speak on things, you know. And there shouldn't be these snowball fights that everybody's watching from inside the house while it's snowing and shit. All right. I mean, you ain't gonna get nowhere doing that. You know, you work with each other, not against each other.
Tell you,
know?
where you won't get hit. That's what will happen. You won't get hit with a snowball. You
Yeah,
don't go out
like
there.
JFK. You were talking about your friend that passed away. There's a
Sean
story
Mooney.
behind that.
Yeah, he
there's
got
a
murdered.
reason why you're like this with conflict, isn't it? Like
Well, you know, see, me and you, Mike, right? We know something that a lot of people don't know. We know we're part of a business, right? You were part of the weed business, like, you know, the underground radio business in Boston, booking bands,
booking shows,
you know, booking shows, and you know, we
Budgets.
both, and you were talking about how people stabbed you in the back, like it's the same shit. Like, so this is nothing. Like, we know this is gonna happen.
Yeah, we
I think
know this.
like this is what happens. Like, anybody that wants, like, fame is a monster. You know what I mean? Is like, people who think they're famous, they start exaggerating. Like, no disrespect to Jess Machado, but I think she over exaggerates herself a little bit. You know, that's just my opinion based on and like I said, I don't know her, but based on the show that I watch, I felt like she was exaggerating like who she is. And it's like, well, what did you do? Like, who are you? You know, what's your business card? What's your bio? I get it. She's a journalist. She writes. Okay, that's cute. I get it. But now you're on YouTube, you know, and it's like, you know, ego will stop making decisions for you. And that's, you know, and that's not a slight on her. You know, it is what it is. We all can go off the rails. That's like, and I talked about this on the Stalker show that I did. Live streaming is different than doing a podcast. You know what I mean? It just, like, they say it's a podcast, but is it? Like, because when you live stream, there's like a certain energy that runs through it, right? It's live, and you could just go off the rails, and you could do a glare and go 4 hours and start killing somebody, or be Jess Machado, and people in the chat saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. And next thing you know, you wake up the next morning. Do you feel good about it? Do you feel nourished? Do you feel good? Do you feel like that was awareness, or was that attention? And what people got to understand is a fine line between attention and awareness. It's kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like opportunity and an opportunist. See, an opportunity, there's no guarantee. An opportunist, they sit around like a coyote, and they draw you in, right? And they say, come on, come play with me. They, like, you're walking the dogs. They'll tell a dog, come play with me in the woods. And the dog follows them. And then when he goes in the woods, there's 5 of them there, and they get him. It's an opportunist, right? So it's like, in an opportunity, you know, when someone gives you an opportunity that, hey, they're giving me an opportunity, it might not work out, and I'm not going to be salted. I appreciate the opportunity. And it's kind of like the same thing with awareness and attention. And I feel like there's no replay value on what they were doing. Like, I'm not going to go back and watch the Glare 4-hour stream. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Because that's attention. It was a pop. It was like a pop, you know? Okay, cool. But the awareness is what people go back and rewind and replay and get something out of it and take with them. And that's what I try to shoot for: replay value and awareness. And I think that's what we need to focus on. But but like you said, my man, Sean Mooney, you know, he was murdered. And it's an ugly word, man. And I know John O'Keefe was murdered. I know Marquis Simmons was murdered. And I know that Francis Jigalotti, why we're here tonight, was murdered by these police. And well, should I say, he ended up dying at the hands of them, right?
Mhm.
And the same thing with, Big Bad Brian A. and Higgins. I don't think they meant to kill him, but they did. And then they covered it up, and it became a murder. So now, as far as Marquis Simmons goes, that was a straight up murder. You know what I mean? He went there to kill him, shoot him. That's it. You shoot somebody, you know what you're going to do. So, and that's another thing, like the families that are affected by it. When you mentioned, like, I know about the murder word, right? Because I know guys that have been murdered. Like, it's a weird feeling. It's an ugly feeling. And like, I seen my beef, not beef, the right word, my issue with creators when I was going on these little shows, Bedtime Magic with Kevy Kev and James Jackson when he was flying the Cessna some nights and he couldn't come on. We were speaking to that. I was watching some, Betterow too. I was watching Betterow, like the big dogs. I was watching Betterow, watching Melanie Little, and everybody screaming, Scapiccio, Scapiccio. She's such a beast. Yay. And they're loving the fact that they're tearing up Lally. They're loving the fact that they're tearing down this wall. And I'm like, yeah, but knowing better, knowing that you guys never mentioned the dude who died, though, Marquis Simmons. Right? And this guy, Mizzy Cash, the rapper, is out on a $10,000 bill. And behind the bullshit
laughing at Lally.
Laughing at Lally. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be very mindful of how this all works. You can't like just overlook that because you just think it's funny to just look at Lally on the stand. Because in the end, Marquis Simmons is dead. And in the end, Miles King's going to end up with a deal that he can't refuse. And he's going to walk on murder. All behind this scumbag Proctor. And who wins? Who wins? The family's going to be fucked up in the head. And, and it's crazy. Because my grandmother, my uncle was murdered in the North End back in 83. My cousin Jay Giannoni's dad. If anybody knows who Jay Giannoni is, you could Google him. My uncle Duffy, same thing. He was 22 years. The guy who murdered him was 22 years old. He was 36. They stabbed him in the heart. My grandmother never was the same, bro. Never was the same. And you know what he ended up doing? The guy ended up doing 10 years. And that's it. And my grandmother never was the same. Ever. Like, just never was the same. So murder sucks, man. So before you laugh and clap and say, Scapiccio, Scapiccio, and think it's so cool what she's doing, I get it. She got to do her job. And it is great what she's doing. She's slick. And how far does them tentacles reach? Because then you go a step further and you say, well, where does she originate from? She originates from the Sean Ellis case, right? And she got Sean Ellis off the trial for. But then again, she also got another cat off, a rape case, and his name's Gary Zarola. And he's upstate right now. He was a lawyer, and he raped like 6 girls. He finally got caught up on one of them. So, I mean, my point is, what I'm trying to make is like these lawyers that we're holding on these pedestals, at the end of the day, they got a different type of stomach. They don't look at it the way you look at it. They're not invested. They look at it guilty, not guilty. They move on. And I think about it. Betterow goes down into holding tanks in Brooklyn and talks to dudes who are crying. I just want to go home. And he's sitting there, got to hold his shit together and say, don't worry about it. We're going to try to get you out. And he's going to go eat a sandwich. He's going to go watch a Celtics game and go on the Young Jerks and act like nothing happened. That shit's traumatizing, the court basements, man, being around that. So, like, that's what they're about. So, you got to understand, and that's our main thing. We try to stress on how dirty and raunchy the system is, if that makes sense.
Totally. And I like that how real you guys are. Like it's local. Like that's what the thing. It's funny because as a viewer, I do view some of the YouTube streams, and as much as I love Betterow. Betterow's my guy. Obviously he's done so much for me in the show and all of us. But like there's a big time lawyer on tonight against us, and I'd watch this show over that lawyer. I would just because, and I'm not bad mouthing them, and I understand why a lot of people are going to be watching that lawyer, but it's like, I don't know. I agree with you. There's something about kind of like what we're doing. Like, I got to say it. Like, and I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but we actually care. We're trying to bring awareness. Like, this stuff matters to us. You know what I mean?
It matters.
So, let's talk about Giga, because this is the.
Let's go. Let's go.
Who wants to start? I'd say JFK probably, right?
No. We let James.
James. Okay.
Let's how about this? Let's Kevy Kev start that.
Yeah, Kevy Kev, you can start.
Sure. First and foremost, Mike, I appreciate the opportunity to speak on this because it's something that really hasn't been spoke on much, and I really appreciate it. I mean, the only way I could start this off is that. And my partners here, they could vouch for this. I don't know Giga. I never met Giga. All right. Francis Jigalotti. Never met this guy in a day in my life. But to hear him scream for help and listen to his voice get quieter and quieter, the shit bothered me. We seen this on live TV. We seen him get suffocated by 7 cops in Haverhill, Massachusetts. And, you know, the one thing I can say is that with the work that James and JFK have done with getting out there with their boots on the ground and meeting up with some family members and getting some clarity on what type of person that Francis Jigalotti was, you know, it brings a lot of light to the table. This guy could have been one of my best friends just by listening to his backstory. Okay? He was a dedicated person. He had a craftsmanship. He had things and opportunities that he could have still moved forward on. And, you know, during this whole situation with, you know, understanding who Francis Jigalotti is and was, he's had some tragic things happen in his life and with his family. I mean, to put a little bit of context to that, he had a brother. 10 years ago, he drowned. They just finally got some clarity on that 10 years later. That family suffered for 10 years not knowing where their brother was, where their son was, where their grandson was. A few years back, Francis Gigalotti's sister was tragically struck by a car. Hit and run. And they still don't know who did that. No one's come forward. No one's given that family any clarity on that. And to see what happened to Giga, Francis Jigalotti, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, must be devastating for that family.
Right.
And I'm
Did
here.
She die too? Did the sister die too in that hit and run?
The sister died.
Holy shit!
And the person that hit her was never stopped. You know, they didn't stop. They were never charged. So this, go ahead, Kevy Kev. I'm sorry.
They're living with that. That person's living with that. That person lays his head down, or that woman lays her head down, and she lives with hitting that girl.
Yeah, okay, but his mom is living with not knowing what happened to the dog. Well, knowing, but not knowing who did it.
That's right.
And also, I mean, it's just, you can't make this shit up, what happened to this family. So we didn't find that out until we had her on the show. I'm sorry, Kevy, you're good? You're done?
Yeah, man. Take it off, man.
I
get a little worked up sometimes.
I know you do. Kevy's passionate about the case.
That was really good.
We all are very passionate. JFK and I got to go out there and meet the family and talk with them. We got some interviews with them. But we didn't get that. We didn't get to hear about all that, what Kevy Kev just broke down, until we had Becca on the show the other night. And man, when she broke that down, and we talked about this too, all three of us. We said, what if he was going through some mental issues, or he was just thinking of, you know, his mental health was off, and there it is. His sister, his brother lost it, like literally lost at sea. They find remains 10 to 11 years later. Whatever they find, they bring back to the family. It can't be much, you know. I hate to say it like that, but after 11 years in the ocean, but and then to witness, right, what happened to Francis, and go to the standouts and meet his family, meet his mom. His mom hasn't seen the tape yet. She said she can't watch the tape, you know. So we seen the tape. It's almost like parallel to the waterfall, how JFK and I went out to the waterfall to see how, you know, show that it wasn't as big as it was. We wanted to go out there and just get the feel. So same thing. We did the Fairview, all that. But we went out there to Haverhill. We went to the seafood place. We went inside. We spoke with the people inside the seafood place. I mean, Francis, a lot of people in that community, they really liked him. He was a good guy, man. He was not like, people want to put drugs on it, or, streets of Haverhill or whatever, mental health. It doesn't matter. That's not what killed him. What killed him was 7 police officers standing on his neck, pig pile on him, and he's screaming, I can't breathe. He's shouting. He's not shooting at nobody. He was shouting, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So it's horrible, man. And I think the more awareness and that we get out there with this case, and the more people get tuned into knowing who Francis Jigalotti was, and these standouts, like Becca had said, she told us that they're starting to get a little bit bigger. And that's great. That's great news. I actually saw Dennis Sweeney post that he was going to be at the next one. So I'm
I'd
happy
love
to
to
hear
go.
that.
Do you know when the next one is? Because I'd like to start going to some of these. If
Well,
possible.
they have a Natalie. I don't know if you can put the Facebook group
Yeah,
up in the
Or
chat.
the
Natalie-
page? Is it the page?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just posted
go-
it
Yeah.
in the Young Jerks.
There's a
yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So there's a standout
I think they do them like every Saturday. They're gonna start going
every
back
Saturday.
to the park.
It's right here, Mike. It's Natalie Dunn. Just put it up in the chat.
Perfect. And I did.
Yeah,
I also,
I'll send you the
I-
link to the group behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
I actually have I pinned the group. I looked it up. But every time I'm looking down, I'm pinning stuff in the chat, in our chat, and I put the group is pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. If you're watching on the Young Jerks, you can click on that and join. I hope everyone does. Earlier, I put their donation fund. They have a fundraiser as well for the family. But right now, I put the
Awesome.
group, so I hope everyone hits that group up and starts joining if you're not already part of it. I'm definitely joining it tonight, and I'd love to check out some of those standouts.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the standout, right? It's like in the park. It's like equivalent to like the Salem Commons. So it's a real nice area, and and that's the thing. Like we was out in Haverhill. Me and James was blown away about how nice people were.
Oh, Haverhill's nice. It's fun.
Like,
I mean,
but
this the downtown
people
area
was-
because that's my neck of the woods. Like I used to hang out
Yeah.
in Haverhill a lot. Got a lot of friends that grew up in Haverhill. Used to play baseball over there, and the outskirts
Money
are very
making
nice.
Mike.
The river.
Fucking dude, he's out there, son.
Yeah.
Money
I love
making Mike
Haverhill.
was in Haverhill getting all the
Oh
bread.
yeah, Haverhill's like maybe we used to get fights with kids. My brother is funny. My brother played a little league game, and I was there watching my brother. He struck out like 8 kids from Haverhill, and like the moms attacked him. We need a police escort out of town because he.
God
That's
damn.
awesome.
Haverhill's like that though. There's a lot
Yeah.
of fights. They like to fight.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the point being is that if you do go to a standout, my point is it's real
It is
calm,
nice.
it's real cool, it's nice out there. There's a stigma that's attached to this whole thing. And I think like stigma, like not only nostalgia can get you killed, you get back with some friends in the neighborhood, you get back with a girl, you feel the certain feeling, or you just want to go to the bars one night, go bar hopping, you drink too much, you jump in your car and you kill a family. Nostalgia can get you fucked up. Not only can nostalgia get you fucked up, but stigmas can just fuck the whole game up because the stigma's attached to this. Like it's equivalent to like, oh, he must have did drugs. They're already shaping what happened, right? They're saying that they arrested a crack dealer and they have a witness. It's a 60-year-old witness who's saying he witnessed the crack dealer sell crack to Francis Jigalotti. Now, they're already shaping it up like, oh, well, he did this crack or this drug, and as we were trying to arrest him, he happened to have a fucking overdose. Well, that's not what happened, right? And that's how they already and that's the parallel to the Karen Reed case. They're already trying to shape in the window of opportunity and frame up. Frame up. They're trying to frame it up. And that's what they're doing. And it's like, that's not what happened. And that stigma that's attached to that city, Lawrence right next door, Lynn's down the street, Salem, Essex County, it's like, oh, well, he shouldn't have resisted. He shouldn't have did drugs and this would have never happened. Well, fuck you. How's that sound? Right? Because that's not what happened. Because first off the bat, when they rolled up to him, Mike, the very first time. Now, this is what's it. I don't know what the DA is going to do. Be clear, because they asked the question to the DA, and now the DA used to be the mayor of Salem. I don't know if you're familiar with that. The DA in Essex County,
Paul Tucker. Yeah.
Oh,
Used to
so
be
he
the police
was.
chief of Salem.
Oh, the
named
police
Paul
chief.
Tucker.
Oh, so he
And
was
he
the
was
mayor
state
and the
rep.
police chief.
Actually, I don't think he was the mayor. Actually, I think.
Oh, okay. So I got that wrong.
He
Okay.
might be related to the old mayor. I'm not sure, but I know he was the police chief and the state rep. That's what he was. Yeah.
Money making
Paul
Mike,
Tucker.
man. He got all the.
I
answers when
know
it
him
comes to
because of
politics.
weed. He was
Yeah,
against.
yeah.
He was kind of actually like a cool cop on weed. Like it's weird. So like I know.
Nice.
So just to put some context to it, they asked him, "What do you feel about the video?" in the news press conference, and he said it speaks for itself. Now that kind of gives you hope because it kind of does speak to
It
itself
does speak
because
for itself.
there's 90 minutes of uncut video of Francis Jigalotti like in this psychosis, I would like to call it. Disclaimer, I don't mean it that way, like in any wrong thing. And let's talk about weed for a second, how it could just be weed that could get you
Right.
like that.
Totally.
Because when we were smoking weed back in the day, it was only 12%, if that. No, excuse me, 2% THC. 2%. Now it's
You say that,
12%.
yeah.
What do you
I
think?
mean-
What do you
I
think?
think it's more than 12. I think it's at like 26.
I mean, if you're doing dabs, it could be like or hash. I mean,
but I'm
even
saying
back
when
in
we
the
was-
day, even in the
when we was-
70s, we still had hash. There was still, I
But I'm saying the
think
weed, the
prevalence of
bunk
it-
weed, the mids we used to smoke back in the day, how
Yeah.
much percentage of THC was that, Mike? You know.
I don't know. I'd
How
say
much was it?
5 to 10%, maybe. You
All
know?
right,
Like
so,
they
but
always
now-
say 2 to 3%. That's kind of a lie. But I think the big thing on weed, I gotta say, my experience on weed, it does affect some people differently.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
that's
just
what
like
I'm saying.
peanuts.
Like if
Some
he was
people,
having
some people, it doesn't even matter on the TH percentage. It's some people like have an allergy to it, like a mental allergy, where it creates
you
a
go.
psychotic episode.
yeah, there you
And
go.
it can definitely happen. And there's no doubt. I've seen it happen to one of my friends growing up, and
Yeah.
he was the nicest, smartest kid, great athlete, and all of a sudden you see him just turn instantly,
Bug
with
out,
the,
right?
you
Fight
know,
or
hit of a
flight.
joint.
Fight or flight.
It can-
Get that
Fight or
synthetic.
flight.
That
Yeah.
synthetic
No,
marijuana
no.
too.
And the synthetic shit's even worse. Yeah, it
Yeah,
can even
it's
do
even
it more
worse.
easier.
But I love that you just said that, an allergy to the mind, how you broke that down. That's awesome that you said that because that puts a lot of, I'm going to go back and watch what you said and I'm going to clip that because that, especially coming from you, that means everything because I always try to put the context to it because I seen dudes smoke weed and they just get paranoid. And they stop, and I'm just saying,
I always say if
could trigger
you
their
get a
mental
bad
health, right?
experience from weed, stay away from it. It's not
Right.
for you. It's kind of like alcohol too. Like some people,
right.
they have that. Like I think I might even have that. Like I've learned over the years that I can have like 1 or 2 beers, or I don't really drink at all. I like the taste of it. I'll have a cocktail every once in a while, but I know I can't drink. Like it's just not good for me. Like some people. If I have 2 drinks, I'm having 15. You know what I mean? There's no stopping me. It's
Yep.
like one of those things. So I think we all need to know our limits on that stuff.
So for 90 minutes, there's this uncut footage out there, right? That he's walking around and he's in this psychosis, right? And I'm just saying, it could have been crack, it could have been synthetic, it could have been anything, but he was in this zone, but he wasn't violent. He ran into people, he didn't hit nobody, and he was running away from the cars. He was like moving funny, and then his wife had pulled up in the truck, and he opens up he looks in the back of the window of the truck, he opens up the hatchback, and he just starts running. He was scared. I'm talking about scared, like of his own shadow, right? So he's in this. If you watch the video, people, it's insane what he was doing. And now they get a call. He's walking in the street. He starts walking across the street, like back and forth across the street, and he's ducking from cars. Like so, cars would go by him, and he would like flinch. Think the cars are gonna hit him. And someone called the police. And salute to the DA. The DA supplied the 911 terror tape in the news press conference. He supplied it, and they said there's a guy in the street that's like acting kind of wild, but it wasn't a call for violence. It wasn't a call for nothing like that. So now the cop comes around the corner, sees him. Now obviously there's no back to Kelsey, right? The woman from Andover, the police officer. There's no fucking body cam. So this is what we're saying. Like we're in 2025. You guys ain't got no body cam, so we don't know the dialogue of the conversation. So he rolls up to him. Now by the eye test, it looks like he's trying to help the dude, right? Like listen, calm down, whatever you're going through. And guess what? Francis runs. He runs, but it's not like he's running because he got warrants. He's just fucking out of his mind. He runs from him. So they catch up to him. And again, they don't arrest him. Now, usually when you run from somebody, right, Mike, especially a cop, what's the first thing they do when they catch up to you? They fucking arrest you, right?
Yeah,
If you run from them, they're grabbing you. But they don't do that again. They start
Maybe a
talking to
spear.
him again. It's kind of like they're antagonizing him. And I don't want to say the wrong words.
No.
He wasn't a threat. So now they're talking to him again. No hands on their guns, nothing pulled out like this, none of that. And guess what? He starts trying to run again. And they catch up to him again. And they don't put him in cuffs. And they walk him back down to Bradford Seafood, like up the street from where it happened. They start walking him down. Now, the only time the threat happened is when the police officers hit the panic switch and all the other cops rolled up. So now he's trying to get into Bradford Seafood. Now, keep in mind, this day's like 90 degrees out. Hard as shit. This dude got a long sleeve shirt on, hat, the whole thing. Now, Bradford Seafood, when you watch the video, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's a small restaurant. It looks like they're trying to save him from going in there and disrupting it. But in all actuality, it's actually spacious in there because me and James Jackson, journalist, award-winning journalist at that, we went in there and we're thinking that he knew how spacious it was. It's kind of like a deli setup where it's like, you know, there's one part a restaurant and then the other part you could just order what
like
you
a
want.
bakery, I think, to the side.
Yeah, like that type of setup. And the bathroom's right straight across. And keep in mind, it's 90 degrees. This dude just had a couple of runs in him, right? And he's been walking around tripping. So now he's trying to get in there. Now, at this point, he's telling the cops, listen, man, what are we doing here? I ran from you. I don't want to go with you. Kevy Kev said it best. If they're telling him, hey, we want to get you an ambulance, we want to check you in, we want to get you checked out, you know how it is. I'm not doing that. Get away from me. The cop reaches in his back pocket. Now, first instinct is, where was his phone? His phone was in his back pocket. He bugs out once, you know, like, what you grabbing my phone for? And now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, when you see Giga, Francis Jigalotti, this dude looked like John Cena. This dude was ripped to the core. He looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, 76. Like crazy, ripped up, biceps on top of biceps, like competition type shit. You know how it is, Mikey, like that type of shit. Levels, not Planet Fitness at 10 o'clock at night, counting all your macros and shit. So this guy, the cop reaches in his back pocket, and then, you know, the cop's trying to pull him back from getting inside Bradford Seafood, trying to pull him back. And so he does one of these to the cop, and that's all they needed. Now they throw him on the ground. But now when they throw him on the ground, Mikey, and I'll put a bow on it, and I'll pass the mic. When they throw him on the ground, he didn't say, hey, I'm going to fucking kill you. He didn't say, if you let me up, I'm going to punch you in the face. He wasn't screaming, fuck you, pigs. There's 7 of them there, the goon squad. They probably all worked for the sheriff's department at one time, and they thought they was in Middleton. That's what probably, I'm willing to bet some of them were goon, part of the SRT, the security response team at Middleton jail. I bet you, because a lot of them do that. They do the Essex County sheriff thing, and then they become cops, right? Because the way they had him down, and he's screaming, I can't breathe, help, help, help. And all they had to do was put him on his side, man. We got Scotty McGinnis that's always in the chat who has, you know, experience in this type of situation. And they didn't put him on the side, and then he stopped breathing. And that's it, man. And we watched him scream, help, I can't breathe, right on camera, right in front of us. So my thing is this, people, when you watch it, don't fall into the stigma part of it. You know, he wasn't out there looking for that. And, you know, they need to be held accountable for it, period.
You brought up that stigma thing with Haverhill too, because where I grew up, a lot of people would go there to get crack. Let's be serious. Nickel Street, they used to call it, you know, in Haverhill.
God damn.
I think that stigma is still.
What do you know
over.
about Nickel Street? Money making Mike is on Nickel Street.
Damn, Mike.
Statute of limitations, you're good.
Well, it wasn't me, you know. My street where I grew up.
Come on, Mike.
It was like
we know,
the most rural. Like people had trailers. They literally lived in trailers. You go to that street now, it's all mega mansions. There are all the trailers gone. It's funny. Like it just. So I grew up in, like, you know, Trailer Park Central, basically. You know, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I have a video. Shit. I have a video on my page, ladies and gentlemen. Natalie, if you could go search the video, we talked to the family and put the video up in the chat. We went out to it shows you in everything I'm talking about. We go inside the seafood place. We talked to his aunt. We talked to Becca, his first cousin, and we talked to Michelle, who is his fiance, who was there.
Yeah.
We have a video on it. Do me a favor, populate that video, share that video, leave comments, get that algorithm going. Whatever your vice might be, do whatever you got to do. And you could, and then the video's out there. You go on my page and just tune in with us, stay locked in with us because we go over it a lot. And yeah, so it's Becca, his aunt. Keep in mind, all three of Francis Jigalotti, Francis Gigalotti's mother, all three of her children are dead. So to go on back to put some more context to what, if you're just tuning in now, put more context to what Kevy Kev said. Kevy Kev broke down how there was just tragedy in this family. So his brother, so Francis Gigalotti's family lives out in Plymouth. So they was out there out there swimming, and he got lost 11 years ago. He got lost. Well, no, more than, I think it happened in 2012 it happened. 2013 it happened. No, 2011 it happened. Excuse me. In 2011 it happened. He drowned. They don't know what happened to him. He went in the ocean, got just swooped out. They never found him. And then in 2016, the cops came to him and said, "We found remains." So it took 10 years for his brother, and his brother was named Tony Gigalotti. Then his sister was named Catherine. R.I.P. Tony and Catherine Gigalotti. And then in Methuen, this happened like 3 years ago. She got in a hit and run in Methuen. A car hit her and dragged her, and she died. So he lost his brother, he lost his sister. So now the mom's, who's not in the best health, she's in a wheelchair, lost all three of her kids. Now, just get to know the family a little bit. Becca, the auntie we like to call her, and Michelle, great people.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're on drugs to me. They look like they're just ordinary folk. And we got to understand something at the end of the day. There's a murderer out in Norfolk County out on a $10,000 bill. His name is Mizzy Cash. He just did a video called First Day Home. And he took the footage of him getting released on bail. And he's in the video counting cash.
Yeah.
And there's influencers like 1090 Jake, big dogs in the game, million subscribers covering him. And they got the wrong information saying he beat the case.
Yeah.
They think he beat the case. He didn't beat it. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen with Mizzy Cash, because they don't want to put Proctor back on the stand and none of that. They're going to come to him with an offer he can't refuse. And he's going to take it. He already got 3.5 years in. He's going to end up with another 10 piece, and he's going to be out. So my point is, look at this. Look at how messy the Commonwealth is. You got Brian Walsh, a serial killer, basically, right?
That guy.
Scumbag, killed his wife.
Yeah.
You got Mizzy Cash, a rapper who probably got mad at Marquise Simmons because Marquise probably said, "You ain't even from Dorchester. You're from Milton." That's how this shit goes, man. As corny as that.
Little comment online, right?
That's it. And then he rolls up, really? Because keep in mind, let me give you a backstory on Mizzy Cash or Miles King, ladies and gentlemen, on the Young Jerks. And I know the Young Jerks will appreciate this. See, Miles King, he got his head blown up. If you think fucking LTL head's fucking blown up, and you think the Glera's head's blown up, this dude, what happened was 4 years ago, Wallow and Gilly, you know who Wallow and Gilly is? The two influences? Well, Wallow and Gilly used to write for Lil Wayne.
$1 million worth of game.
$1 million worth of game podcast. They just signed a $100 million deal with Barstool. So basically they're like for the culture, the hip hop culture, and Dave Portnoy made a power move to tap into that community. So they're getting all the bookings, but at that point they're doing what JFK's doing. They're going state to state and they're doing the podcast kind of on the road. So what they were doing was when they went to Boston, they put out a tweet. Anybody got any music that, if you got good music, we'll play it at the beginning of the show. Well, what didn't you know? Mizzy Cash, you fucking made it, buddy. He sends the music in and they play it. Not only do they play it, Mizzy Cash's song on $1 million worth of game, guess who they were interviewing when they played it? Jason Tatum. So now you got the star of the show, Mr. 18th banner himself, dancing to Missy Cash. And
God
about a
damn.
year later, about a couple of months later, is when that murder happened. So I can only assume, because Gilly doesn't know the difference between Dorchester, Massachusetts or Lawrence, Massachusetts. He's just saying Boston. So we know how it gets in Boston, right? Oh, you're not from Boston. You're from Lynn. You're from Salem. So he's from Milton. So it probably was something as simple as that, because now he's getting held to, he's the new Boston guy. He's that, and people, the inner city kids from Roxbury, Dorchester, Four Corners are saying, yo, bro, you ain't Boston. You ain't Boston. They weren't hearing it. So I don't know if Marquise was one of them, but his ego was inflated and he made a fucking mistake. So 3.5 years he does in jail. But now Scapiccio, who does what she does, she gets him out. And you think when he gets out, he would go to church or give to the homeless. But no, he doesn't do that. He makes a song called First Day Home.
He gets in the limo with his boys, and I mean, that was sick.
So murder one. Yeah. So we just, the main thing is the system, man. There's got to be accountability, man, and that's what it comes down to, And we're trying to parallel them all together because it's all the same umbrella, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. It's fucking dirty. They've been double jeopardizing dudes for years. I'll give you an example. And Mikey Crawford, my man. Well, they don't do it now, but they did back in the day. You get caught with weed back in the day, right? What did they do? They arrested you for a fucking roach. They arrested me for a roach before. They want to search a car. They find a roach.
Probable cause.
Probable cause. They'll arrest you for the roach. But now, guess what? You get arrested for the roach. You go to court. You don't want to deal with the bullshit. So they say, yo, cop out to $100 fine and get the fuck out of here. What do? You sign the paper and you want to go home and you go and you leave. But then guess what happens? Now that's your punishment, right? $100 fine and you get out of there. But guess what happens? About 2 weeks later, you get something in the mail and it's the Registry of Motor Vehicles that says Commonwealth of Massachusetts across the fucking thing. And they say your right to drive a vehicle has been suspended for 6 months. So wait a minute, let me get this straight. I just got in trouble and copped out to $100 fine, and now you're fucking jeopardizing me again, saying I can't drive. They've been doing double jeopardy in the Commonwealth forever, and that's what we stand for. So fuck these people.
Let me ask you that, because I got busted for weed back in the day. Like I said, I got to continue without a fine. It was like basically what you said, like a roach. It's actually a little pipe, but whatever. But
how much money did you have?
I didn't lose my license. Like, is that for like decrypt? What is it?
I said, how much money did you have on you? Because you Money Mike.
No money back
God
then.
damn, Money Mike.
You know what I had? It's so funny. I had back then I was doing shows too. Remember, like booking events, and I had this thing called the Beantown Meltdown going on at a club called Good Times. It's a big competition with bands, and we had a Budweiser rep, and he gave me like a stack of Stain tickets. Remember Stained? They were playing the House of Blues. Yeah. So I had like 500 friggin' Stain tickets to the House of Blues in the back trunk, and the cops are searching.
It's been a while. I got to play that
on
my show.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this guy? He's got financial advisor shit. And he's got tickets. Like, is he a ticket scalper? Like, what the hell is this? I'm like, dude, I tried to bribe the cop. I was like, you want some tickets? I'll give them to you for free. I'll be your buddy.
And he still arrested you?
Yeah, I could tell he was thinking about charging me with bribery.
Oh wow!
But his superior, it's funny because when I'm in the jail, I'm listening to him. His superior is like, "That's a bullshit charge. Don't." The guy was being cool. He was just saying you can have some tickets for free.
Booking tickets. Hey, do you remember Mike? Do you remember the guy King of Pot?
That's Michael Malta.
Yeah.
That's my boy. That's my best friend I was talking about.
Here we
That's
go.
The guy who died.
I went out.
He wasn't here for the opening. Kevy Kev
you weren't here. I was talking about Michael tonight. He's my best friend.
Go ahead. Talk about him again.
No, I want to hear what Kevy has to say.
Yeah, man. He was cool as shit, man. I mean, leather jacket, fucking chain wallet. Fucking, he was down to earth, man. I went out and seen him at the House of Blues, man. Fucking, I had a great night with that dude, man, out there. It was a good time.
So much. He's one of the reasons I'm here tonight. He's the reason I'm here tonight, Kev.
That's like, so awesome, man. How
you see how life works?
Yeah.
Mikey,
he's the guy who told me I'd be where I'm at right now 10 years ago, and I didn't believe him.
And I look at that guy, man, and
tentacles.
When I met him, the way he talked to me, handed me a card, Mike, when I seen you the night at JFK's broadcasted live at that establishment.
Hold on, I gotta stop you real quick. Not JFK's, the fuckery donut shop. Our thing. That was our thing, man. All of us here, all of us. That's everybody, bro.
That's right.
Never just point me out. It's everybody. Go ahead.
Well, I will say this. I thought when you handed me your Young Jerks card,
That's crazy what you're about to say. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I thought of the King of Pot, bro. Because
You thought
when
of
I
Mike
met
Malta,
him-
dude? That's
when I met
fucking
him,
crazy, yo.
he was sitting in a chair. We started talking,
That's crazy.
and he went in his vest and he gave me a card. And I stood back and I looked at that, and we had a blast, man. We had a blast.
So funny. Because
Awesome.
when you bring that stuff up, I'm just realizing like new ways he influenced me I didn't even think about. Like when you said the card, I didn't give you a card, I gave you a sticker.
yeah.
And these stickers, right?
They're everywhere.
I give them out everywhere I fucking go.
Old school,
And
bro.
I
love
raised
it.
a lot of money with Karen Reed with the stickers. And you know who that came from? I didn't even think of it. It was Michael Malta. Because that's what he used to do. He'd have rolls of these stickers. He'd have
Yeah.
cards too. You might have got one of the cards. But he had the KOP stickers. I still have them. I have rolls of KOP stickers that he gave
That's
me
so
that I'll never
awesome.
throw away. I have a shirt that his wife gave me that I wear every once in a while. Our drink hole. We got so much KOP stuff that I just yeah. He's so special. It's amazing you said that, Kev.
I love the
Good.
fact that you got a story because the opening of the show, Mikey talked about Mike Malta and how the influence he had and how he misses him and how he's not here no more. And the fact that you have a story and you're saying that when he was passing out the cards, that's who he reminds
Wild.
you. Yo, this is just wild,
I
man.
swear to God,
He's
man.
talking to us, man, and
Swear to
that's
God.
back to
He's here.
it's-
He's here.
yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how the universe works, and that's what I'm saying, Mikey. That's what when people talk shit on the internet, they don't understand like who you are. How we were talking about it the other night on our show with how you pass out stickers, and I'm like, Mikey's Static does the same thing. Static Selector don't have to pass out stickers, but
Right.
everywhere he goes, he'll be like,
oh, dude.
here's 5 stickers.
It's funny.
And it's
I
like,
was
yo,
at the
bro.
PMAs one year, and I saw him for a second. And what's he
Yeah.
doing? He's hitting the pole with the flyers. And I was just like,
Exactly.
oh my God, he's huge now. And he's
Yeah.
still acting
Still-
like he's not. I love him.
Still,
He's
and that's
amazing.
what he does, bro. And that's who we are. And that's like the thing is how people don't understand how easy they had it. They, it's like, Will did a 4-hour live the other day, did an angle, and he got all 2,200 people to watch him. Do you know what we used to do just to get 100 people in a room
Tell me about
to
it.
watch us?
10 people. Just
You know what I
10
mean?
people.
10 people.
Right.
So we're blessed, man. So I just always try to keep that on front line, how blessed
Yeah,
we
it's
are.
always, this is all gravy.
Yeah.
It's like funny when some people are like, you only had 1,000 people watching live, and I'm like, only 1,000? Like,
Only
are you kidding me?
1,000?
Like,
Have you ever, I tell people, that's why I call it the flight. I'm like, have you ever been on an airplane with 150 people? That's a packed flight.
Right.
You turn around, there's fucking
Or a
babies,
nightclub?
grandmothers,
Yeah.
or a nightclub.
or a
That's lot of
nightclub with
people.
500 people? That's a
And
big
Kevy
night.
Kev dancing in the back.
Kevy Kev dancing. You got to be.
God
It's
damn.
so great, and it's about the quality of people. And shout out to my long gamers, and shout out to the young jerks, all the jerks out there. That's what all that matters. You know what I mean? And that's who I try to zone in on is the long gamers and in your crew, the jerks and the turtle riders, the real diehards that understand the work that goes into this. Because what we try to do is we try to dig from that survival kit, right? And we try to bring that old school vibe back, like the physical, like way it used to be back, like play the music and have fun and smile and kind of like feel like you're in the moment with us instead of being all stiff and acting like we're bigger than everybody else. And that's what I don't like. I'm just
I
a
don't
guy
like it
who
either.
flips. I just flip my shit open and I just want to kick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Classism sucks. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
when people act like they're better than other people based on money or positions of power or whatever it is. It's ridiculous.
Right. But man, Mikey, man, I really do appreciate you doing this because the family's watching
do
and
too.
Becca, she's a wreck, man, and she's very smart. Becca, you got to have her up on the show, man, even if it's
I
for
would
like
love it.
40 minutes. and just talk to her. I already put you over, told her that you're very, you know what you're doing, and she's very good at this too. And I'm glad that I I got that out of her, and now she kind of knows how this works, and she can start going on these platforms to speak. But she's a very nice girl, and she's very passionate to get justice for Giga, for sure.
Definitely. I mean, the biggest thing with this case is the only thing I can say is that we are the voice for Francis. Francis can't speak on this no more, you know? And, James has talked about this as well. You know, the corruption and the painting the narrative is very, very similar to Karen Reed. All right. But what we've got here is we got a suffocation that was broadcasted on television. All right. And James gets passionate when he speaks on it too. And what I'm gonna hit off here is that we seen this on video, and we didn't see that happen with John O'Keefe.
No.
We're still waiting for an answer. This is like John O'Keefe's justice. I hope and pray to God it doesn't turn into an unsolved mystery, which happens. But we've seen this live. You hear this guy take his last breath.
Last words.
His last words. And that's not the same like John O'Keefe. Like, we want answers. We want to know what is going to be done. What actions are going to be taken now? I mean, we can say, we got to review our training when it comes to that. Oh, we're going to hire a mental health section in our department to handle cases like that. I mean, we want answers just as bad as the family wants answers.
And it comes down to that mental health, right, Mikey? And that's the main thing. It was a mental health issue. And and I'm so happy that this did happen with LTL. And that was my plan, right? Because I think that LTL, we all got mental health issues, and he admits that he's going to counseling and things like that. And I'm not trying to name drop LTL and make it, but everybody's been watching that particular show, so we're here now, so I'm going to speak on it. But I'm just saying, I give props to LTL for going to counseling and doing all that, because most men won't, and that's awesome that he's doing that. And that's what I'm saying, though. Like, there's so many people that are sick and suffering out there, and not necessarily on these drugs. Like they could just be prescribed clozapines and taking too much of them and drinking alcohol, and or they could just be messed up in their head. They can't get it together. And then you got to understand, like, we got to think about the younger generation, right? That's what we got to think about. I mean, because this man Jigalotti, Francis, was only 43 years old. He realized, like, damn, man, life just went by. He probably just woke up one day and was 43. Like, what the fuck happened? Right. Now you got all these young kids now that are 25 years old, and they got all this shit coming at them. You got to look a certain way. You got to have this. They got the rents through the roof. I mean, I don't even know how the younger generation is going to make it. And then, back when we talk about the weeds, some of the weeds, like, way high potency, all this information's coming at them. How are they going to digest it? DMs, group messages, receipts. Yeah. I mean, I know people who don't even have iPhone storage because all they got in their phone is fucking receipts. It's like, yo, bro, like, erase that shit from your phone, man. Like, what are you waiting for? You waiting to try to blackmail somebody? Calm the fuck down. Like, that's how we're living now. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like
social media is whacked out everybody, especially even adults, and especially
even adults. And so, like, we got to think about the kids, right? Like, and I have kids, and so don't so don't James, and so don't Kevy Kev. And like, what happens when something, they get down or they get depressed and they're just having a bad day, and what, the cops are gonna fucking think that they're on drugs or think they're a threat and stand on their neck and kill them when they're screaming help, you know? Or how about you do the right thing like Kelsey, right? You do the right fucking thing like Kelsey. You go out, you get a husband, 28 years old, you have a baby. All of a sudden, you could postpartum. You don't know what that shit is. That shit hits you, man. Women go crazy, man. That postpartum's no joke. And all you men out there, if you're having a baby right now, if your girl's pregnant and you're at the fucking bar right now drinking, talking shit, go home to your girl, fuckface, and go rub her feet, please. Right?
You
Have some
sound like my
compassion.
girlfriend.
No,
She
but you know
loves
what I'm
to
saying?
rub
Like,
feet,
but
man.
I'm just,
No, it's
I'm
true.
just saying,
It's true.
like this woman, and all of a sudden she gets a knock at the door, and it's the police. She's thinking, hey, these are my buddies. They scoop up the baby. We're taking your 4-month-old baby. The baby was still on the titty.
Oh.
You're taking that connection away from the mom, from the titty, breastfeeding. Like that connection, you can't tell a woman that you can't tell a woman about that connection. That connection's different, man. That's a whole different level
Totally.
of shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a dog walker. You see how the dogs are with their family and shit.
We just had a new baby in the family. Not my baby, but grandson, step grandson.
yeah.
And so yeah, I mean,
You see what I'm
I
saying?
can
And
imagine if that
they
baby
scoop
got
up
taken
the
away from the
baby,
mom.
and then she goes up, gets the gun. We don't know what happened, but the point is her world's flipped all upside down. And she's being held without bail for what? For what? Because that's what we do in the Commonwealth. We ain't going to help her. That's mental health. You're putting her in jail. So if tonight, I know Brado's going to try to flip it, but if tonight they release her for Mass General, she's going straight to Framingham. That's fucking crazy.
Awful.
You know what I mean?
Awful.
So it's all together, the mental health and everything, man. It's just a dirty system, man. We need to speak more about that, man, and just have context to it. And
there's so many times when people are having mental health crisis and it becomes a legal nightmare and they end up in jail and it makes it worse, and then they're homeless, and then we're dealing with it, and just instead of just like you said, addressing the mental health issues and giving these people some support and love. Like to me, it drives me crazy being a wrestler. Like I look at some of these cops and I'm like, really? If you don't have someone like I know the guy was huge. I'm sure like you said, he was jacked, but most of the time I look at them and I'm just like, how easy is it just to cuff somebody? Like, why do you have to slam them down face first? That's what the stuff that bothers me a lot. I feel like they try to protect themselves so much, and it's like, and you're going to harm somebody because you're trying to protect yourself so much. And it's like, maybe in this case it was different. They felt because he was so strong, but I want to know what's going on in Haverhill because, like you said, you've been covering this. You showed up there. You went into the restaurant. You talked to the cousin. There's been standouts. I have covered some Haverhill politics in the past. I even know like one of the city councilors who ran for mayor. I'm just wondering, like, what are the city council doing? What's the mayor doing? Has there been any discussion or even, city council hearings, anything going on in the city of Haverhill about this?
You want to speak to that, James?
Yeah, well, I mean, from what we heard, they had, like JFK said, they had a 90-minute video. Now, mind you, the video they have is edit video. It's all edited, put together. Now, when we had his niece up here, she told us that, they let her see the family see the video, not the public yet. So JFK and I asked, were you happy with what you saw? Was there anything for us that would help us? And she said she really couldn't speak on it yet. So I guess they're doing their investigation still. They're not really releasing much. It was the only thing I think that was released was the what?
Giga.
That, what?
Giga was released after.
Oh,
You want me to
no.
play? Yo, Mike, you mind if I share the video on my thing? Can you let me do it?
Oh yeah. You know how to
I-
do it? You just hit the present and I'll
Oh,
bring
yeah,
it up,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you got to let me. Yeah, I'll do it and you just accept it. I'll pull up the file when he's getting
Yeah,
when he's
man.
at the place, just to put some.
It sounds like not too much is going on at the city level.
Yeah, so
Seems like-
nobody's really doing anything. And I
some
don't know if
pressure.
that's because is investigation going, but I mean, I shouldn't say nobody's doing anything. They're doing a hell of a lot. The family's trying to get standouts as far as, like all that. But as far as the politicians and all that side, they're not doing anything. I don't think. It doesn't seem like nothing is moving. But the standouts are moving. Every Saturday they're doing them. And, we're just trying to raise more awareness and get the standouts bigger and get some answers at the end of the day.
Now
I just
I'm
told-
looking up this park. I'm wondering if this is the park that we got escorted out when my brother was playing
It's
baseball.
right
I
next to
think
the
it might
police
be.
station. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right next to it's downtown.
Is
It
it,
almost
is it
looks like
kind
the
of
hat.
where Building 19 used to be, kind of? Do you know where that?
I don't know. I don't remember if the.
Now I'm looking
not
it up.
really.
PEG
I'm not
Park.
too familiar.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think it's further in town, Mike.
Okay, so it's a different park. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out where it is in Haverhill.
Yeah, because she said something like we might go back to the original spot where we were before, the original park or something. So
This looks like. Oh yeah, it looks like it's more downtownish area. Maybe. Am I right on
Yeah,
that?
it is downtown. Yeah, it is.
yeah, oh yeah.
Cool. I like Haverhill. Haverhill's nice. It's
Yeah, we
funny
had
because it does have like a bad rep, but it's actually very, very nice. And it has like kind of improved, I feel like, over the last
Yeah, I mean,
decades
and
or so.
it's got in an industrial setting. You still got some of those old big, wooden buildings that were factories downtown, and it does have a good side of community over there. Every town or city's got their bad spot. I mean, you can't judge a town on that.
No, definitely not.
No.
I pulled up the video. It's in the. It's
Oh
in
yes,
the,
let's play the video. I got it. Let's hold on. Let me here we go.
There it is, yeah.
You want to play it? You got it?
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead. I got it. So I can stop it and stuff. So this is him right here. He's running from the police right here, right? This is the second time he ran. And like he's not really in a full sprint. Like he's out of it. The girl's chasing him, the car's following him. They catch up to him, right? Now look, he's running from him. They catch up to him. Right here, they can arrest him for whatever they're gonna arrest him for. Right? I don't even know at that point what he would be arrested for, but this is what happened. Right?
Jaywalking.
Like, look, they're talking to him. He's got his hands up. The cop's like this, touching him, always putting his hand on him. And then it escalated quickly. They never arrest him. They're just talking to him. And I end up now at this point right here, they already put the call out. They put the panic switch out. Dude's not cooperating, send backup. So now all these dudes are coming here with the panic switch. You know what I mean? So he's not the threat, obviously. Does he look like a threat to you right here? Hell no. When all the boys pop up, that's when shit's about to get crazy. So he's trying to get away from the cop. Like you see him walking away from the cop. He's probably saying, now if we had body cam footage, right, Mike, we would know what the fuck he was saying. But we don't. But the thing is, why ain't he in cuffs? What's he being arrested for? Like, what are you guys trying to do? It's a mental health situation. We get it. But still, why not just let him go on his way? Because then it's about to get ugly.
That boy, because he got that boy. You heard? Be easy with that boy because he got issues. Be easy with that boy. Make sure you be easy with that boy. You heard?
Jump quick.
You see?
Is that what they gave for video, or did you edit? Like,
no, that's me. I edited that. That's my edit.
Okay.
That's my edit.
Okay.
But I mean,
Cool.
basically, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they walked him down to this spot. Now where he was walking, they end up just keep walking him. Now all the boys show up, and now they all start walking him to this spot. And then he tries to get in. There's a longer video. You're gonna have to pull it up on YouTube. I don't have it, but this is the gist of it. So he's on the ground, man. His 7 car. He's screaming help. Listen to him screaming.
I don't think it takes.
And now the dude's over him. Now keep in mind the person say, "I don't."
That's the whole homeboy down though. We're trying to. So be careful with him. Be careful with him.
He's saying, "Be careful with that boy," right? So let me rewind it. What he says. So the cop agrees with him. Now
So
that dude,
that's just a bystander watching.
yeah, he's the one that filmed it, and he actually got arrested and got big black eyes. I got the pictures to show that. I'll
They
show you
beat
what
him
happened
up for filming this.
Yeah, allegedly. I'll show you the picture. Check this out. So it escalated quickly. Like I said, if you're gonna arrest him, you had the chance. Man.
That boy. You heard? Be easy with that boy because he got issues. Be easy with that.
Be easy with that boy. He got issues. He's going, yes, I know. Okay, you know.
This cop right here says, yes, I know.
And he was the first
Make
cop
sure you
on
be
the
easy
scene.
with that boy. You heard? I don't think it takes all you guys to hold homeboy down, though. We're trying to so be careful with him, though. Be careful with him, though. Not to hurt you. I got it worse. Be careful with him, not to hurt you. I got it worse.
Trying not to hurt him, he said.
Well, this is another angle, Mike. You see the guy with the bucket hat on? That's the guy who's saying be easy.
Red shirt.
He's filming. That's the guy who's saying be easy with that boy. This is a different angle.
It takes all you guys to hold homeboy down, though. So be careful with him, though. Be careful with him.
And the girl's like, hey, back up, back up. For what? What's he doing?
He's allowed to do that.
Oh, damn. Was she a cop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the question. Why is 2 detectives there?
See his feet? You see his feet?
Look at his feet. That's it. He's done.
That's it.
That's it right there. No, they're trying they know.
I want you to listen close. I'm sorry, James. I want you to listen close to what the guy who's filming this says, what he sees, if you can hear.
Oh, he's dead.
He said, oh, he's dead.
He's purple, dude.
His feet wiggle out.
He said he's purple, dude.
Now here comes his fiance.
That's his fiance right there, Michelle.
978 476.
There you go, Mikey.
R.I.P. Francis Jigalotti.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah. I mean, why couldn't they just stand them up?
Yeah, seriously.
Why
He
couldn't
had
the
no
first
weapon.
cop
There
just
was
do
7 of you there.
Yeah.
It's just unhumane.
Especially for somebody like him too. Like you said, he don't. What's the crime?
nothing?
Public disturbance.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't even a public. I mean, he didn't do anything.
I know, right? I mean, that's
a man in the street. He's jaywalking.
Yep.
Look at his face. Look at how scared he was right here when he's on the ground. Watch this.
Hey, I got it worse. Hey, I got it worse.
And Mike, he wanted to get in that. He wanted to get in that restaurant, Mike, for some fresh air.
Look at how many arms are holding him down.
I don't think it takes all you guys
Right
to
here.
hold homeboy down, though. We're trying to.
He's already getting purple there, Jay. He's starting to.
I mean, how's he the threat? Who's the threat? Are the police the threat, or is Francis Jigalotti the threat at that point?
Police are the threat. The police are.
Look at his
Let me
face,
ask
man.
another question. Does anyone think he's resisting? He's not resisting. So there's no reason for what they
You can
did,
take
man.
that.
You know, this could have
You can
been
take
your
that down,
brother.
Mikey.
This could have been your brother, your best friend, your son, your grandson.
I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you inside there,
watch.
Mikey, of what it looks like inside the place, so you get an idea of what's inside and why he was trying to get in there.
Or is it the same one? I think.
No, that's the same one. I didn't get it yet. I'm about to pull it up.
Cool. Oh, here
It's up there right now.
This is the door to get in here. He knew, huh? Bro, look at how big it is in here, huh?
Now look, this is that's the same fucking rug too.
Yeah,
that he
same
died
rug
on.
This is the
died on.
door to get in here. He knew, huh? Bro, look at how big it is in here, huh?
You have the bathroom right there.
Speak up a little bit.
You have the bathroom. If you want to run straight from here to the bathroom,
You would have
then
run right
got
to the
this.
bathroom.
You got this too as like a pick.
A
set
what?
Wall.
Yeah, you can set a pick. So he knew there was he knew this place. This place is big
Oh
inside.
yeah, this place is
Take a
huge.
look. Take a look.
Now, when you see the other video, I could find it on YouTube if you want. If you want to see the video of the whole shit go down, like him walking in the spot, if you want to do that, I can find it. But at the point is, this is when they took him down, you could see there's a they
small.
released footage. They released footage of when they actually took him down. Like, you know what I mean? You've seen him on the ground. They have footage of him getting thrown down. It looks like if he goes inside here, it looks like
Thank
you know,
man.
he would be on top of the he'd be on top of the patrons in there. But look at how big it is. Watch this, Mike.
inside. Right? And then there was
Now
an
watch when you
island
take
right
this
here you could
corner.
have gone around, and you got all this space right here.
Look at that space.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like he was trying to get in there to get around that spot, if I were to guess, because it was 90 degrees out that day too, Mike.
See.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
wanted
It was
to maybe
kind of like,
see.
Yep.
you know, and it's like, it's big in there, man. It's like this is like the spot, right? This is Bradford Seafood. This is where they go.
He grew up here too,
So he had all that space, right?
He had all the space, and
So now we know why he wanted to come in here.
he might have known the people too, Jay.
Now I'm going to show you the video of the owners, people who worked there that watched it the day it happened and what they had to say.
Yeah, she was there.
I'm interested if they know him.
Well, I'm about to show you the video of the people who is right there and what they say. They break it down. So I'm about to pull it up right now. Here it is, Mikey.
I don't see any cops hit him. I don't see it.
Yeah.
But when the guy said, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Just, you
How
know,
many times
just
did you
leave
say
him.
I can't breathe?
Doesn't have gun, he doesn't have a knife.
No, nothing. No.
So that's his heart. He was like so, you know.
Yeah.
It stops.
It was another.
Now keep in mind, she's watching this. Like she's seeing this right in her face in real time. And the way she just described it, how he looked up and like they were on top, like he couldn't breathe. Like she's seeing the dude like she could see that he couldn't breathe. You know, so if she could see it, they could see it. No?
Sad,
But the cops, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
So
They don't.
Cops
they'll
don't give a
circle
shit.
you, they can do anything.
They could do anything. You're right. Thank you for the words.
Yeah, thank you. Because I know that must have been hard seeing that.
Yeah, you're right here.
People calling like,
Oh, they call and harass you?
yeah, I have
Really?
a guy, yeah. I
Wow.
said, hey, sir, we don't call the cops.
You didn't
He
call the
was
cops.
working. Somebody out there. I
Someone
said,
called the cops, yeah. They had the phone call. They had the phone. They played it. It was a guy who called.
They started roughing them up.
The cops, that's what they do.
Yeah,
They don't
but
care.
that's not
Nobody
okay.
likes.
They need to be
Police
held.
brutality, bro.
Police
Police
brutality.
brutality. Thank you.
Man.
Horrible.
And you think it would be more, you know, the news plays what they play. We already know. We learned that from the Karen Reed case and all that. You know, the mainstream media. I think that YouTube and these channels, Young Jerks, you know, us, obviously Turtle Boy, it brings more light to these stories. And this is what we gotta do. We gotta keep spreading awareness. We gotta get it out there. These assholes need to be held accountable the same way Proctor was held accountable for doing the shit that he did when the Karen Reed case happened.
I mean, hey, Mike, I mean, not to throw a crazy spin on it, but I mean, what's the difference between that and George Floyd?
It's pretty similar. Very.
Pretty
I mean,
similar,
this looks
right?
even worse actually because there's like so many. Like George Floyd, you could say one guy, right?
Mm.
So I got a video right here.
Have you put it up yet, or is it no?
Yeah, I'm gonna screen share it.
Okay.
Where am I? Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. I'm gonna screen share it. His family speaks. So we'll play this.
Oh yeah.
They
It's
could
an
have
old
been-
school place, right?
It's an old school place, old school vibe. You got people that are older working here. I think he might have knew the people, and that's sad.
That's the same one.
Oh, it's right here. I gotta remove this. You got the wrong one.
I
The
guess I
screen
wanna
share.
Remove it. So, I got a screen share it.
Yeah, it's on. It's the screen share. The other one. Let me remove this one.
What's this one, maybe?
I think
Yeah, that one right there.
I think it's
Yeah.
both.
Right there.
Who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers.
Sometimes it's easier said than done.
This
We're
is
here
his
with the
aunt.
Francis Jigalotti. What's up with the Havel police out here? What's your view on them? What do you think should happen to them?
I think the ones that did it to my nephew, they should be gone. Me and my sister think that they should not be working on the force. They shouldn't work with somebody that is in that, it could happen to anybody, and now, I don't know, the Haverhill police are just, no, they're bullies.
Have you heard anything from them?
Nope, we never even heard anything.
Now, what's going on with Francis's services?
We're working on that right now, so finally got him back, and, hopefully it'll be up. We'll find out this week exactly when it is.
That was his services. That was just this past Saturday.
Working with his fiance and my sister to get this done and get him taken care of,
And, if you had one word, right, just one word to describe Francis, what would it be if you could come up with one word or a few?
Super outgoing, very kind guy. Loved everybody, I just even now I sit here and go, I can't believe that he's still gone.
It's crazy. Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss too.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue to bring awareness. All our long gamers out there. We appreciate your time, Auntie. Okay, we'll
Yep.
see you again soon.
Please, all of you, come out, please. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
He wants everybody to come out, right, James?
Absolutely. Appreciate it. It was definitely an experience. It was, it was up. We got to meet Francis's mom, which was really sad. Yeah, Francis's fiance and his aunt, his cousin. It was just, we got to feel like how we went to the waterfall and we got to see how that was. And
Indeed. All went down 7 police officers on top of a man's neck screaming help.
No.
Screaming help.
He wasn't shooting. He was shouting. That's what I like to say because I seen a video where somebody was shooting. Yeah, that's a threat. But Francis was no threat. He was shouting. He was shouting, help, help, help. When someone's shouting, help, help, help. I mean, even as an innocent bystander, I think I would have wanted to jump on one of those cops.
And it's funny you say that because Too Tall said that someone should have threw cold water on the cops or something. Besides just
stand there and tape it.
And picking up their phone.
That's this generation, Jay, unfortunately.
Man, who we got here today?
Too Tall, live and uncut.
Too Tall.
What's happening now?
What
He
up,
was a
Too
good
Tall?
friend of Francis. They called him Giga, right?
Yeah, Giga. I used to call him Gigalotti. I used to call him, everybody used to. I used to call him Gigalotti.
Gigalotti. Yeah. Nice. Now, can you share some stories about him and tell us a little bit about him?
Donate stuff to the homeless people. I done literally seen this man give a jacket to a homeless guy because he was cold one night. That's awesome. When we was walking, and I'm like, that's what's up, and that encouraged me to give when I see people. I give people $1 now and stuff because everybody needs help, and that's one thing that he used to do, regardless of anybody's struggles and everybody's background. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stories going out there that ain't true about him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was a good person, man.
Let me ask you this. What was his spirits like? How would you describe how he was moving out here?
He was moving like a grown man, to be honest. He was doing, he had a business with his partner, Louis Isaac. I'm sorry for butchering your name. He was doing the right thing, you know what I mean? It's just like anybody else. He was always smiling, always helping his family out, always being there for his moms, nobody. I understand that when people die, they go, oh, he was a good person. Because nobody's a piece of shit when they die. But he was a real good person. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't that. Everybody just has a bad day, man. Everybody has a bad moment. And this could have happened to anybody.
And, you're from Haverhill. What can you tell us about the Haverhill police out here? What would be your description and an unbiased opinion? There's good cops, there's bad cops, but based on experience, what do you think should happen to the police officers in this case?
Well, I think first of all, that should happens to anybody else. They should be in jail. They should be locked up. They shouldn't be getting paid at home right now. You know what I mean? And I'm a taxpayer. I pay taxes, so my taxes shouldn't be still paying for the paycheck to sit home doing nothing, facing a murder charge. Yeah, there's some good cops and there's some bad cops, but right now we got 7 bad cops that we gotta get rid of. They could have just stood him up, man. He could have yelled, "Stand up." Yell for help all you want. Stood up, breathing, and everything, but that's 7 bad cops.
What's the temperature like out here? You're out here every day. You're on the side of Francis. What's the temperature with the police? Meaning, how have they been acting? Have they been harassing? They've been supportive? What has it been like?
They've been harassing, a lot of harassing. To keep it 100, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. They've been harassing. They want to stop it. They want to keep people intimidated around here because for so many years they've been getting away with breaking the law. The cops have, because the internals affairs they're corrupt themselves. This Haverhill PD is corrupt, and they harassed everybody. They don't want people. The little girl, that's why everybody got chalk today, because they told the girl that she couldn't write in chalk in public. So that's why everybody came out today to write in chalk. So we're just trying to support the family and stay true to the cause.
His fiance.
Wow. First off the bat, I want to say sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Horrible situation.
She was there
Disgusting.
that night.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
day.
I'm just so
She's the
I'm
one that
still
ran
in
up.
shock. It's been 3 weeks and a day, and I just
Check it out.
Like I said, I'm beside myself. We want justice for Francis. We're not getting anywhere right now. We're not getting any police reports. We're not getting any answers about anything. And these police need to take accountability for what they did.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. How was Francis moving out here? Meaning, what was his spirits like prior to his passing?
He was born and raised in Haverhill, and he just loved it. He knew a lot of people. A lot of people knew him. Everyone loved him. No matter where he went, he was always quick to help somebody out if they needed it. If somebody was moving and he was walking by their house, he would say, "Hey, do you need any help? I'll help you." He would help out the homeless. He's a very giving, caring person, and he would do anything for friends, family. He was just an all-around good guy. I mean, he was one of a kind.
I was just talking to Becca. He was in impeccable shape at one time. What can you speak to that? He's dedicated, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was very dedicated to working out and keeping in shape and eating right and taking his vitamins. And yeah, he took pride in his appearance. Always, dressed to the T.
He looked great that day, too.
He did. Yeah, he did. He was just he was the greatest. He really was. And I miss him tremendously. And it's so hard. It's very hard just trying to make it through the days without him. It's hard.
So you were there that day. Let me ask you this. What did you see exactly?
When they had the street blocked off. So I pulled aside and I ran up the hill with no shoes on. By the time I got up to him, I heard him screaming, "Help, help." And by the time I got up to the top of the hill where he was in front of the Bradford Seafood, all I could see was 7 cops on top of him, and his legs dropped to the ground. And I could hear people in the background telling me that he's dead, he's blue, he's this, he's that. And I was screaming in disbelief. And I went around to the other side trying to get to him. And 2 of the cops were trying to block me from going to him. And all I could see his face turned to the right of me, and it was all blue. That's the last time I saw him. His face was blue, and the cops continued to stay on top of him.
Now, when they cleared the scene, did you still stick around after that?
What happened is I went to the hospital, and again they tried to keep me from seeing him. I went into the room and I grabbed him by the hand, and
I'm sorry.
and I rubbed his head, and I was like, "Please come back to me. Please come back to me." And he was already gone because he was already dead in front of Bradford Seafood. And that's what took the ambulance so long to bring him to the hospital. It was a 20-minute ride. And
20 minutes?
20 minutes, because they went the long way. And I was already there with my daughter, waiting for him to come in. And they didn't even want me going in the room. And I wasn't going to let anybody stop me from going to him and just holding him and just one last time. And it's very difficult. And
I'm so sorry.
That's what I get. I can't get those curdling screams out of my head or the vision of him blue. And I think about it all the time, and the videos just keep resurfacing like every 2 seconds.
Thank you for doing this.
Yes.
And I'm so sorry for your loss. And this is real emotion, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to try to get justice. And we are going to get justice for Francis.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's it, man.
That must have been tough, JFK. I mean,
Yeah. Pounding the pavement, Mikey, just like old times. Words of Mikey Malta.
the emotion, like just, it's hard. Like that.
Yeah.
can
I mean, I
feel
don't
how-
know these
feel
people.
how-
I don't.
Yeah.
Let's be clear, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know
either.
these people. None of us know them. And so it was definitely, it was kind of awkward at first. Here we come. We're gonna shoot this thing, and it's like, they're like, "What are you doing with these cameras?" And who are you guys? And now they understand. But it's a tough thing to explain what we do, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like. But yeah,
let them figure it out.
Yeah, I know Turtle Boy starting, Mikey. We've been rocking for 2 hours and 10 minutes. But
He
I
actually
appreciate.
started at 8 tonight. He started
Oh,
earlier. Yeah,
oh,
we
did
did.
he?
We
He did it on
we gotta
purpose.
say, we have all the long gamers here on all 3 channels, but
Yeah,
we're up against
he's probably
Yannetti
talking to
and
Yannetti?
Turtle Boy. Yeah,
And Turtle Boy.
Yannetti was on at like 7:30 tonight on an Defense Diaries, and then Turtle Boy was on at 8. So anyone who's still here, you're the real people.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And the replay crew is going to come through. And if you're on the replay crew, we appreciate you. And
Love you too.
And if you're on the premiere, if you're watching this on a premiere, I go by the name of JFK.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
And I go
Kevy
by
Kev.
Kevy Kev.
Yes. Mike Crawford, young jerk.
Yes.
No, you money making
What do we
Mike.
call Making Money Mike?
No, money making Mike.
Money
Money
making
making Mike.
Money making Mike. I'm always
Put
making
you
money.
in a fucking put you in a
That's true.
headlock
I'm
real
an
quick.
worker. Yeah.
I'm always making money.
Put you in a sleeper hold. Put your ass to sleep.
Oh, I heard that last night. That was funny. That was funny.
Mike, I'll tell you, man, I was watching you the other night, man, and somebody had asked you something, and you said, I wake up in the morning, man. I'm happy just to have 60,000 subscribers, or however many subscribers you had, and you said, your head ain't blown up, man. I mean, you kind of paralleled back to maybe when I was wrestling in my high school years, that I might have been hey, what the fuck,
Yeah.
But I hear you, man. I mean, it's I give you a lot of respect, man, because you're a solid dude, and I see what you're doing, and it brings good energy, man.
I appreciate
been
that. I
at
feel
it,
the
and
same way about all of you.
And you've been at it forever, man. You know what I'm saying? From radio to banging on the concrete with the bands to the weed activists for booking bands. Like you was out there around the people banging the concrete hand over fist. So I mean, like, you earned your spot, man. And no matter whoever wants to, talk shit and say something, they just don't know. And if they fuck around and try to swing a punch, they're gonna find themselves on their neck.
Yeah, they will. Well, unless they're bigger than me and they know how to fight. I mean, the
Money
thing is,
making
too, it's
Mike.
like I realize I got 60,000 people behind me too now, so it's like that's the other thing. It's just it's a funny feeling, but I love it, and you guys too. You've grown so much this year. I mean, look at how great you're doing, and you've been doing this for a long time too, JFK, and you've done some good stuff over the years. I've been watching it, and I just love it. I'm glad that you were here. You did such a public service for me and everyone watching tonight to just go through this again. I want to go out there. Like, I don't think I can get up there Saturday because I got this dog I'm watching, unless I bring the dog. I don't know, maybe. But I definitely want to go out there on a Saturday.
Well, I'm coming to Boston next week. So
next week.
So I don't think I'm gonna be out there I'll be out there that weekend. So I'll be.
This
so I'm
weekend
coming on
or next
Yeah,
weekend?
this week. So Monday I'm flying up. So I'll be in
Okay.
Boston this week, and I'm gonna terrorize fucking Kevy and James. James
Good
gonna
man.
hide from me
Sounds
every time I
good,
come to Boston. He fucking hides.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I know,
Hell
James.
I'll
no,
be
I
up.
don't.
I'm fucking
Every time.
with you.
Does JFK
Every-
want to make? He wants to take you to the gym, and you just like, no, I'm not going to the
Nah, he
gym.
Nah,
knows-
we
he
go
knows
we
the
go
guy
we go
did-
on we go on we go on we go on muck runs.
Yeah.
We run amok.
We-
Oh,
we-
run amok.
We run amok. Now the
Run
last
amok.
time we stuck
I
into the
wanna
Chris
go.
Webby show, we went up to
Oh,
the Chris
yeah.
Wow.
Webby show in Hampton. They were like, "You on the list?" We're like, "Yeah." We're like, "Go get the people back there.
Okay.
Tell them JFK's here." Yeah,
Lord-
man, we was up there in Hampton. Yeah, we was up. We was in the club, and we couldn't believe how many people he had up in there.
Yeah, it
God
was
damn,
packed.
Chris Webby. He had like 800 people. He drawed like 800 people. I didn't think he was that big, Webby. But and I know Webby. I was like, wow, I was blown away up there at what is it, Wally's?
Beach.
Wally's,
Yeah,
Wally's.
Wally's,
Yeah,
Yeah. He
Wally's.
had that place jamming. Yeah, we had fun up there. There's a little casino up there. We went up there, me and
Yeah.
James. We was gambling a little bit. So we had some fun and shit, And so of course we're on the beach and this poor little Spanish dude. He's like, so
Oh,
James
man.
had a couple in him. Your man JFK, your man JFK was driving, so I don't drink and drive, especially
Is he
in New
smoking
Hampshire.
his weed? Is James smoking his weed around
Oh
you,
hell
JFK?
yeah!
Is that
Oh,
allowed?
man,
Yeah.
listen. Hold
Or is
on a
that like
minute.
no?
Disclaimer.
No.
So let me give you a story. Story time. So we start off in Lynn, and we're at Tony's, the same place we did the show. And we're in Tony's. He takes an Uber there from where he's at, and I'm out in the area of Lynn. So I meet him at the bar. We drink a couple of Stellas, and I say, "Listen, man, you want to drive up to Hampton? It's a beautiful night. It's like this. It's like, well, you guys can't feel how it's feeling out here, but it's like 80 degrees at night." So we got the drop top. He's like, "Come on, let's go." Man, I drive all the way to the highway. This dude turns around and is like, "Yo, dude, I need some weed, dude." I'm like, "Yo, bro, why didn't you tell me before we left the city?" He's like, "Let me Google dispensaries." I'm like, "Bro, we're on the fucking highway." Yo, this dude Googles the dispensary. He's like, "It's only 8 minutes away." I said, "Man," he made me turn all the way around, right? Which is
No, I
like,
didn't. GPS did.
GPS that we banged the U. We hit the dispensary. Now he's got the weed. So now he's in the game. So we go up there and we have fun. We're chilling. And this poor little Spanish dude comes up to us and he's like, "Yo, B, my girl took my phone and she left me here. And I'm from Lawrence." So me and James, we're like, "All right, what do you want us to do?" He's like, "Can I use your phone?" And James like, "Yo, man, listen. You ain't got no restraining orders against that girl, do you? Because you ain't getting on my phone," which is he's on point with it. So then James is like, "But yo, man, you're from Lawrence. You sure you'd ever been to Hampton before?" He starts drilling this dude. So then he gives him the phone. He's like, "I'm going to let you use the phone. But listen, man, if you run away with my phone, I'm going to punch you right in your fucking face." I said, "Yo, God damn,
James.
I said, "God damn, James."
Oh shit! Disclaimer.
I'm like, "Yo, James, man, he was telling the truth, man. He was just a young ass
I didn't
dude."
know. I thought he was gonna run out. I thought he was
He
trying
started
to scam
crying
us.
again, huh?
Yeah, he started. I said, "What the fuck
That's
are you
what.
crying
I
for?"
forgot. That's what
Yeah,
James did. He was crying, and so he's talking to me at first. So then James comes walking up with the slice of pizza, looking the way James looks, the hat on, smelling good, looking good. He looks at the dude up and down. He goes, "Yo, man, what you crying for, man?" I said, "God damn, James, leave the dude alone, man." Fucking James Jackson, man.
I
Let me
didn't
tell you,
know,
James
man.
Jackson.
Oh,
James
shit.
Jackson is a one of one. Period. You're always gonna have a good time if you're with James Jackson.
Right. He's
That's a
happy
fact.
too. You're
He's
a
always
happy
happy.
guy.
Yeah. But you didn't know though.
What kind of pizza you get? Which place did you go to?
I think
it
we
was
went.
late.
Yeah,
it was right next to the casino. It was like a little.
Yeah. We
little
didn't do
hole
the
wall.
Chris. We didn't do the Christie's thing. I know they got
Christie's
the
or
Christie's
Tripoli's.
thing.
Yeah, that's in Salisbury.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. We didn't do that one. That's the next beach over. But I like it up Hampton, man. It's like because it's
it's
nostalgic. You know what I mean?
Oh, big time.
People, and it was busy out there that night too.
That's my stomping ground.
Oh, you ran
We're
Hampton
kids.
Beach and all that?
When you first get your license during the summer, we just drive that strip picking up girls.
Yeah.
My friend had a convertible. Girls jump
Nice.
in the car. You take them down to the beach, make out with them. It's like whole 9 years when you're like 18, 19. That was the place to be before you could drink, right? I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
God damn. Make that money.
I love it. I love the Salisbury's great too. I love Salisbury, like you said, Tripoli's and Christie's.
And
People
that's the
want to know
thing, like
which one. I'll get them both. I get them both. I
Yeah.
love them both.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
You
the
know,
thing too.
KOP used to, Michael Malta used to vacation for a week on Salisbury Beach during the summer. Wicked Italian. We go up there to hang out with him one night, and we're doing the arcades and skee ball. I said, we got to go get, Christie's, Tripoli's. We got to get some pizza. We eat the pizza. He's like, this is the worst pizza. He hated it. Michael Malta did not like Christie's and Tripoli.
Yeah.
It offended him as an Italian, but I loved it. He was laughing his
Yeah.
ass off because I was so excited about it.
I mean, it is what it is, that pizza, right? I mean, it's got its own little. It's been around forever.
thing.
It's not. What do you call it? Regina's or
Traditional.
Santarpio's. But you know who got real good pizza right not too far from you, Mikey? Is Volvo's. VOVO's.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's VOV. It's on the beach, Swampscott.
Yeah.
You can only get one size and it's takeout.
Yep.
But they got it hooked up down there, bro. I was down there. I
should
did a
check
live out there. They got the seats out there now. You know what I mean? I ate the whole fucking thing, man. 7 slices. That's how big the pizza is. It's 7 slices. I ate the whole. I'm telling you, the pizza is very good. But and they got so you got the regular Italian pizza, and then they got the Chicago deep dish, the big square ones. If you like that,
I like the squares.
God damn, JFK.
Yeah. Oh, you're not too far. You about to jump in the whip.
I might have to go over there because I've driven by it. I know exactly where it
is
is.
beautiful. It's funny because we say Yannetti. Yannetti jogs down the beach. A lot of people see Yannetti down Lynn Beach. And the funny thing is, there's a sign that says "Enter in Swampscott," and on the other side it says "Enter in Lynn."
That's where he turns around.
That's where he turns around. Right?
That's where he turns around, goes the other way.
He goes right.
Well, it's funny. I have some dog customers who I got them in she's a single woman, divorced woman with a couple kids, older kids. One of them's a young woman too. So the two of them got wicked into Karen Reed because I told them about it, and they just started watching it. And they also have like all these side businesses they do. One of them's flowers. They delivered flowers to Yannetti's house one day. And they were losing their minds. They're like, "Oh my God, we found out Yannetti lives around here. We're actually delivering to him. We didn't realize he's one of our customers." So there you go. Like, he's everywhere.
He is.
He's a great guy.
Our boy Jimmy T ran into him in Salem, right up by your way. He was like at one of the courthouses over there in the square. Jimmy T seen him and shit, yelled his name.
I know I'm gonna
Yannetti.
run into him eventually.
Oh, you'll run into him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there.
It's a small world up here.
So let me just segue real quick.
Portnoy, you mentioned Barstool got mentioned on Jessica's show. Portnoy's from Swampscott too. Which is
he's in denial. See, that's the thing about Swampscott people. They're in denial. Like, Swampscott is Lynn. You got no choice but to go to Lynn if you're leaving Swampscott. If you're going anywhere else, you're going to Lynn. So most people, they hit the Lynn way and they're still in denial. They're like, "Oh, it's the Lynn way. You're still in Lynn." But the funny thing is, if you go down Essex Street, you're in the hood. I mean, you go from entering Swampscott to right into Lewis Street, Essex Street, and Lewis Street, and Broad Street. It's a wrap. You see it all.
Totally.
And it's like,
I drive so many times. It's so funny.
Yeah, and the thing about Portnoy, he went to Monty's. Monty's is in Lynn on Eastern Ave.
I love Monty's.
So he talks
Do you
about
go to Monty's? I love it.
I don't really do Monty's like that, but I mean, they got the good bar pizza. You know what I mean? The real skinny
the bar
slices.
pizza is so good, and their little salads too. They got the salad.
Yeah, good antipasto. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm a
place.
Westland dude, so
the only thing I don't like about Monty's is the parking. It's always like, Russian roulette trying to get in and out of there without getting hit.
Yeah.
But
how do you feel about Higgins with the "fuck around and find out" T-shirt, Mikey?
How weird is that, huh?
That's crazy.
Like, what a character. I heard what you guys were saying last night. You'd like to hang out with him. It's to be hilarious. Like,
well, you know what? See, the thing about Higgins, man, right, is that he was on Match.com March of 2022, right? So March of 2022, right after this shit went down, he was on Match.com, and he got with a girl for 18 months. So right after that happened, he goes on Match.com and he plucks a chick 100%. I talked to the girl, and I never throw her out there, but I had crazy conversations, and for 18 months he hid it from her. And right around that time, so right around the year mark, is when the shit started leaking out that he was involved, and he started changing. So right around that time, so when he first got with her, he used to send her pictures of him and Big Bad Brian A with guns. And so we have another female that we know, right, that lived in the Stoneham area back in 2016, right? And he used to try to get with her because he used to go to the LA Fitness with her. So he used to get with her, and he gave. So when we first started doing this, me and James, we get a message, and it's a ATF hat, an ATF pin, and a card that says Brian Higgins. So that's what he does. He got all this merch, and he tries to give it to the chicks. So when we started talking about the merch from the chick from Stoneham, that was getting the merch from him, that knew him, that used to go to the gym and basically every morning try to get with her, that woman popped her head out and said, it's true. That's what he does. He gives away merch. So like he would go to restaurants, right? And when he would leave the restaurant, he would leave a tip, and he would leave like an ATF coin that had like the Celtics on it, the Bruins on it, would say ATF on it, and he would say that's a collectible. So yeah, so he was with this girl, and he met her on Match.com. So after a month, after this shit went down, after a murder, he goes on Match.com as Brian Higgins and gets with a girl. And then as that time, he used to send her pictures of him and Big Bad Brian A when they first got together, of them with guns, all types of pistols, fucking all types of shit. And then all of a sudden, she said Big Bad Brian A disappeared. He never even mentioned him. Then when he used to go to sleep, he used to put big ass water jugs in front of the fucking door in the Cape. And she'd be like, yo, what are you doing? And he was like, you never know. I put a lot of people away. Right around the time started leaking out, he made a big change. And she says she feels mad bamboozled. He was so crazy that he got on a group chat. He tried to invade her life. So she had a daughter that was like 16 at the time. So he tells her, he puts his daughter on the group chat and puts her mother, the woman's mother, on the group chat, and he invades their family. So not only is he with this broad, he's basically invading this kid's life. Like he's going out with the kid's only 16 at the time. He helped the kid out. Like, this is real shit. This is what he did after a month. And after talking to her, FaceTime, she's drinking wine, telling me this shit. And I told her, listen, I don't want to hear this shit. And she was like, I just want to tell you. And I'm like, I just want to know, what was he doing around that time? She said he went from everything's okay to don't ever fucking say that. If you mention Kara Reed around me, it's lights out for you. And he never, every time she would mention it, shut up. Don't say nothing. So yeah.
Everybody's coming out of the woodwork to talk to you guys about from the Higgins world. It's you must be under his skin. I guarantee. Is he still watching? You think?
Oh hell yeah! You know he called. He called 2 times, right?
I heard he called the second time. See,
yeah, he called and he told us to take him off the TV. Yeah, he told us to take him off the TV. So what happens is when he calls, right? He knows that it's Google Voice and that it has a delay. He's not see. Let me tell you something, man. Higgins is not a dumb dude, man. And here's the thing. When you got to ask yourself this question about Aiden, right? He calls us a 6-string show. He's a journalist. I don't know what happened with that phone that day when Higgins was chasing the car. Why didn't he get that phone up? What was Higgins doing? Higgins must have looked
fumbling that shit. God damn.
Higgins must have scared the shit. Yo, but this is how. But the point I'm trying to make is this is how you know Higgins is guilty, because if Higgins thought, if Higgins thought he had police powers still and thought that the police was on his side, think about it. He's outside doing whatever he's doing, and he sees Turtle Boy drive by. He knows it's a cul-de-sac. He knows Turtle Boy has got to come back around. If he knew he didn't kill John O'Keefe or had anything to do with his death, and he still thought he was a cop and he was in the graces of the police, he would have stood in front of that fucking car with a pistol out.
Yep.
And would have said, "Stop the fucking car. What you doing at my house?" And he would have called his boys up. But he knows he can't do that because it's like no one wants to talk to this fuck. They know what he did.
What's he do? He pulls out his phone, takes a video, and sends it
to
KP.
Sends it to KP. So that shows his guilt, man. That's an admission of guilt right there.
Yeah, send it to KP especially.
You got a guy that's claiming he's John O'Keefe's friend, sitting in his house playing video games with his nephew and talking to his girl. He's a fucking scumbag.
Scumbag.
Piece of shit, man.
Kevin from South Boston. I mean, that's the most unbelievable shit because it's like when that happened, and the thing is too, like we had the issues with LTL. It's like when we how do you think like people always talk about feelings, right? It's the simp, right? Sympathy is the new way you get 100 subscribers, right? If you simp and you act, it's just the way it is now. Like if you put a post up tomorrow, hey, it's Mikey Crawford, I'm feeling depressed, you'll get fucking 100 comments. Mikey, you can do it. But if you put up a comment saying, hey, I just came from the gym and life is great, you'll get 10 likes. No one wants to hear you doing great. Everybody wants to hear you doing bad.
No one wants to know you're doing good. I know,
right?
That's
It's the simp. So
it's like the making money.
Yeah, money making Mike. They don't want to hear you're making all the money.
They don't want to hear it.
Oh, God damn.
But what I'm saying is,
like I said, my life's better than ever, and I feel like I'm rubbing it in your face. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh shit.
But let me just say this. So where was I going with this? So
about the simping, or being if you post.
Yeah. So what
positive.
happened was, right? Like we don't simp, right? We don't cry about it. But when we did the reenactment video, keep in mind. So we go to the waterfall and we do the reenactment video. Keep in mind, it's me and James Jackson. We got to get there at a certain time. First off the bat, we got to beat the traffic, ladies and gentlemen. You got to beat that from where we're at in the North Shore to Dedham. If you get it there at the wrong time, it's going to take 2 hours to get to Dedham. So we're beating the traffic. So we get there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on like a Tuesday. So now we're in there. People are looking at us already. They probably know who we are. Who knows, right? We set up the tripod right underneath their face, right underneath them. We ain't got permits. We set up a tripod. We're mic'd up. We do the reenactment video. We sacrifice the aesthetic. We know it ain't Hollywood shit, but it's good enough. We do the reenactment video. After we leave there, in and out of there, and there's another part I'll leave out. But anyway, we go to Boston. And I say, hey, let's go to the Cambridge Side Galleria. Let's go to Macy's. Let's get into the Christmas. Let's get into the Christmas spirit, James. Let's go put some polos in the bag like we used to do.
Fucking polos in the bag.
Polos in the bag.
Put some polos in the bag. So we get there, and there's no fucking Macy's. And then on top of that, there's no Santa Claus.
No Santa
Claus.
Claus.
Me and James are like shocked. We're at the biggest mall in Boston. This is the biggest one. It's 3 floors. The shit is shut down. It's dead. Me and James are depressed now. We're like, yo, we came here to get in the Christmas spirit right before the Celtics game. We're going down to the Garden. We're like, what the fuck is going on? So now we're walking around. All of a sudden, me and James, we noticed that there's some people looking at us. Just put it that way. Some people are looking at us. And then we confront the people who are looking at us. And we say, hey, what are you looking at? Come to find out, they say they're best friends with Brian Higgins.
No, first they said they watched us.
They watched us.
Yeah, they know who we were.
So I said, well, before we go any further, which side are you on? And they said, we're on your side. I said, oh, really? They said, I just talked to Higgins 3 days ago. I said, get the fuck out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we said, well, hey, how can we bait him out? He goes, well, tell him Seaside. Tell him it's Mark S with 2 S's in my name on purpose. That's all you got to say. So now on top of that, we telling this guy, listen, we just came from the waterfall and we did a reenactment video. Wait till you see it. Come in the chat. What's your name going to be? He said, I'll say I'm Seaside. I said, all right. So now we set it up. I get back out this way. About a week later, we do the reenactment video. We post it. I mean, we're doing the live like we did tonight. We're going over the reenactment video. As we're doing the reenactment video, who's in the chat? Seaside. Mark with 2 S's in his name on purpose. And we're saying this reenactment video, you can't get over the fact that he was definitely talking to John O'Keefe. You can't say it was the guy in the back. He was talking to this one. That's it. We know who you were talking to. All of a sudden, we start the show at 10:45. The phone rings. Who is it? It's Kevin from South Boston. But here's the thing about the simp. Would you believe it? Everybody, the same way they're talking about the LTL versus Glera video, we got the buzz again. We picked up steam again. Everybody's talking about this fucking video, but they fail to mention the people who took the phone call. They fail to mention that we did a reenactment video. All they want to talk about is the decorated dude. You wrong, you wrong. Well, wait a minute. What about the admission of guilt? What about him calling because we did a video that showed that if they do it, if the Commonwealth did it, the defense did it, he looks bad as shit to show the space in there. And not for nothing, tonight, the loophole lawyer, the man, the guy with 160,000 subscribers used our video tonight, almost a year later, giving us props a year later, showing the spacing. And that's all we were trying to do. So the thing we had with LTL, right after that happens, December 11th, let's just say December 13th, LTL does a whole show called Decorated Dude. He ain't never mentioned our name once. He acted like we didn't even matter. So we didn't simp about it. We didn't say boo-hoo.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We stood on what we stood on and said, yo, listen, y'all are fucked up. So Turtle Boy was talking to the Glera recently, about like 2 months ago. Now, don't get me wrong. Turtle Boy gave us a lot of props and a lot of platforms about how they called in the show. And he always says JFK. Don't get it twisted. He always puts us over. Yeah. But when he got into it a little bit, he said, hey, Glera, man, Higgins must watch all of us. He's got to watch all of us because he just called into he called into that show. Like, why would he call into that show? So he must have been watching all of us. Because Glera, JFK, let's keep it real, and James Jackson, they're a 6-string show. And I'm like, well, that's how you want to place it, huh? You don't want to talk about the work we put in. You just want to skip over that part. But we still don't simp on that. We're the 6-string show. We don't care. Just like last night, we put in the work. Just like last night, we put in the work, and we had everybody talking about us. That's what we do. We put in the work. That's the difference between us and them. So that's what it comes down to. But Higgins, for sure, he watches us. And I think, I don't know the connection he has with us, but the reason why he has this connection is because, A, the girl from the gym, he knows for a fact we know who she is. Mm-hmm. And then Seaside, he knows. So he feels a certain way. So he felt they needed to call. It had nothing to do with him watching Turtle Boy and the Glera.
I gotta say, how many times has Glera and I have open phone lines? I've never heard from Higgins.
No, and then what happened?
I have no indication. I have no indication he listens to us. I think you got under his skin. I really do, because especially like you said, those reenactment videos were so spot on. Like nobody was really talking about that. I give you and Microdots credit on that. The two places that kind of just blew that open on that waterfall video. Even me, I was kind of skeptical at first when you were looking at it. I'm like, oh, you're getting into theories and all this shit. And then I really looked at it and I was like, holy shit, these guys are doing it. Like you're really so. I think you got under his skin.
Oh, we got under his skin, but not only that, just to segue how the influences, like, we get shit. Not only did that happen, we turned around and talked about the sound bites. When Hank Brennan got on, we said, listen, this guy Hank Brennan is going to use the sound bites. And we went over the sound bites every single night. And we was telling everybody, listen, this guy Hank Brennan is going to use everything she said against her. Yo, we lost mad subscribers, Mike, because people took it that we were dissing Karen. And we were like, no, she just needs to make a new soundbite. Like when she gets the chance. Now, this is before we knew, right before the trial, she was going to drop this fucking Max documentary and shit. We didn't know that was even in the works, right? We just said she needs to make a new sound because it's still a mystery what happened from the ride from 34 Fairview the ride from
the waterfall
to 34 Fairview. Like what was being said in the car. And the very first show I ever did with you, what did I say? I said, what type of time was John on when he got out that car? She knows what type of time he was on. I did way back then. And another thing is people always look over.
You're right.
I was
like on it all. Yeah.
But I was the first.
Higgins text when he sent in their text. Yeah. Sending even John text that night, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Why did one could say, well, she didn't know anything, right? Okay, but then why did she text him the next day? The same morning at 11:54 a.m., John died. Yeah. Now, another thing is too that's always like a mystery is that sounds like a continuation of a conversation. Right. I'm not saying it is, but it's not John's dead. John's dead, come help me, kind of as if she was checking back with him. Yo, man, he's dead. Like John died. Or it was sussing the situation out and she thought he had something to do with it. And she said John died. I'm just playing on words. Speculation. Does it matter? It doesn't matter.
And I think too, like when you like you said, to reset the convo, I think it would have been good for her to do that at that point. Yeah, and I think also
well, because here's the thing, Mike. I don't mean to cut you off, but what I'm saying is, if she would have mentioned Higgins from the jump, from the rip, from the start, would this shit even go this far?
All eyes on Higgins.
You know, and the other thing too, like I always think about, there's a lot of criticism from the antis that Karen freaked out so quickly. Maybe that's why. You know what I mean? Like I think that would have been good for her to explain that. Like I thought there could have been something up with Higgins, you know, because I think it's obvious now, right? I think you're right on the mark. I look back at it all and I'm just like, yeah, I think you're onto it. You nailed it.
I'll tell you this though, people don't do the heel toe for nothing.
Yeah,
The
don't do a heel toe for nothing, Mikey. You know that.
He did the heel toe. And keep in mind, they walked out the bar, right? Out the waterfall. They walked out, and that's when he was like in that, like in his own mind, right? He looks to the left, he sees punk ass fucking Maddie McCabe. He sees the Greek husband, Katrina's husband.
Nice.
Yep. And all of a sudden, Chris A is talking, you know, Jen and them walked out. All of a sudden he's like, this fucking dude's starting all night I've been here, and this fucking dude's gonna stop before we leave. And he's thinking in his head, oh man, I gotta, you know, I might have to walk out there and fuck somebody up. So he does the heel toe, like psyching himself up. He's in his own mind. Like, did you all see that? Did you see this punk ass motherfucker starting shit with me? And then all of a sudden, Chris A is the last one to leave the bar, and he's talking to him like this. He's like, yo, I don't know what happened, John. I don't know. I'm sorry. And he goes wash his hands in the bathroom and he leaves. But here's the bottom line. When that was happening, when he turned around and they're saying, fuck you, come on, John, come on. Right next to him, dead next to him, sitting right there, twirling her hair, moving crazy, was Jen McCabe.
That's right.
Jen McCabe seen it all. And then Jen McCabe talked to him. Now, why is a cop? He texts Jen McCabe. What's the address? Why the fuck did she call him? He's a cop. That's what he does. He finds addresses. It's only a 5-minute ride. If it's a 5-minute ride, then how far is a walk is that? What would that be? If it's a 5-minute ride, how long's the walk? Minutes. Like 15, 20?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm saying, like, it's a 5-minute ride. So then they're on the phone for over a minute. Karen's in the car. She's hearing this conversation. So then we were all under the assumption, right, that it happened in the basement. Now we're finding out it happened in the garage. What do you think, Mikey?
I don't know. It's a good question, you know, but very likely in the garage. It seems like that's what the defense thought, considering what they were looking at in those videos. I saw Nick Rocco in the chat here tonight.
What's up, Nick?
Posted some video of that, you know, of them walking around with Alan Jackson.
What up, Nick? Long time no see. And let me tell you this, and I'll just give the information on the young jerks. I talked to somebody, and that person told me, because when I was on Sean on the golf show, I talked about how Julie, and I just did a video on it. It's got like 15,000 views, right? It's a recap of me and Kevy Kev and James Jackson about Julie. Albert. Julie. You notice who wasn't there when they did that fucking video of all them saying they're being battered and bruised and, you know, they're just witnesses? Julie wasn't there. The donut girl wasn't there. Julie was in the Walgreens parking lot. I said that to Sean McDonough, that she was going to be the one, because keep in mind, at 11:45 at night to 7:45 a.m. is the shift for the police. So in that window, they needed John's body to be discovered because they needed to control the narrative. That's why Higgins is at the police station. Isn't that right, Kevin from South Boston? I know you're watching. And Julie was going to be the one, because that's why she said, let me hang up with you, Karen, and call Julie. And she called Julie. But we know when she hung up, when Karen first called her, she said, oh, I was fucked up. I just woke up in a dark sleep. And I said, well, maybe he walked home with Chris. Well, we know he didn't walk home with Chris, because you talked to him on the phone. You butt dialed him allegedly 100 times looking for his phone, whatever it was. You gave him an address. You know he didn't walk home with Chris. So that phone call to Julie, because she was in the parking lot, right, guys? Show them what that is. She's in the parking lot with the wipers on.
Put your wipers.
Waiting for the call. Because she was going to be the one to find John. Because keep in mind, who's her fucking son? Colin. So, Johanna, you ain't getting away with this. This is family shit. They think this is the Sopranos. But the point is, I got word by somebody that came up to me, and they said to me, JFK, remember when you said Julie was in the parking lot? I go, yeah. They go, let's just say you're a good detective. And let's just say the person that I was talking to don't wear a B hat like me. And I go, yeah. And he goes, yep. He goes, that is who's going down. So when they come swoop these motherfuckers up, I'm telling you now, based on this person that I talked to, if it's true, and I can only assume, I'm just telling you right now, the person that I talked to, man, is one of the higher ups. I don't know if this, put it this way. You know what I mean? You don't want to fuck with these people, right? And they told me that Julie is in the scope. And I asked them, I said, well, why wouldn't you just throw her in a fucking room and wouldn't she break? Because she's the weakest one. Everybody said Julie would break. They said no. She wouldn't break because she's too scared of Chris A and Brian A. So now back to what we talk about trauma. Think about what Chris A must put this poor woman through. That chick's 44 last trial. Was she 46 now? She looked crazy. So think about Julie, man. Julie was right in the midst of this whole shit, man. And here's another thing we bring up. You so-called Julie at 4:55 in the morning. You say she didn't pick up. So when Lally asked, did she pick up? You say no. Then she shows up the next morning and she admits that she sees Jen McCabe's truck in the driveway, right? But yet she knows that there's a missed call from her at 4:55 in the morning. And Jen McCabe's truck's in the driveway. And you still just putting the donuts in the car and getting the fuck out of here. As Kevy Kev, take it from here.
Yeah, I mean, she shows up. She shows up to put these donuts in the car, all right? And she's greeted by Brian Albert on the stoop. Hey, why don't you come in for a minute? We want to talk to you. She says on the stand, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to head home. Now, meanwhile, her sister, her best friend here is there. The one that called her early in the morning that she's claiming that she missed the call. I mean, you're telling me that she wouldn't want to find out, like, hey, geez, what's going on? Why is
all them
everybody
cars are in the driveway? Why is everybody on a Saturday?
Yeah. What's everybody doing here?
What's
Hey,
everybody
guys,
doing?
I got donuts.
Should I have brought more donuts, right?
I got the fucking donuts. What's everyone doing here?
And then she goes in and they say, yo, John was on the ground. We found John outside. She says, tell them what she says, Kevy.
She says, oh, well, what was it? I didn't see
she
anything.
Said no, she said, they said, we found John outside. She goes, John?
John
what
who?
John you talking? John who? John who?
Yeah.
Who's John?
What?
Like John who? How many fucking Johns do you think she knows?
The one you was with the night before?
You know, it was her neighbor that they had conflict
neighbor.
with.
Oh, and then by the way, she leaves there. She said she only stayed there for a half hour. She leaves there. She goes to pick up Chris. She wakes him up. So you mean to tell me that big bad Brian A didn't say, get on the phone, call my brother, wake him up and tell him to get here? If they had nothing to do with it. So they were like, all right, just go home. And then she let Chris sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris,
And
you
you're telling me that night when Chris came home from the waterfall, he didn't lay his fucking head down on that pillow next to his wife and say, damn, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my brother and fucking Higgins, but
come on, man.
They're after John.
Listen, man, he didn't even brush his teeth. He just
so
laid
Julie,
the fuck down. His fight.
Dirty motherfucker.
Julie, it's the fuckery donut shop invading the young jerks. If you think for 1 minute you're off the hook, you're in the scope, and we're riding on you. No, Julie. Because when you really think about it, and you look back at that fucking testimony, there's the guilt right there. You mean to tell me you get a fucking missed call from your best friend? So you went out to get the donuts. You're looking right at your phone. A blizzard's going on, right? About to hit. Your friend calls you at 4:55. There's a missed call. You get to the house to deliver the donuts, and she's there, and you don't even care. Then when you don't give a fuck about that.
You take off.
doesn't
You
add
leave
up,
the donuts in the car. That's
And
so
then Brian
weird.
A's got to stop you. Hey, what are you doing? I was just
Yeah.
leaving the donuts in a car that was open. You knew it was open?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Who
That's
leaves
the
donuts in the
craziest
car?
lie.
Why wouldn't you go in the
Nobody.
house?
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
She's the
and
biggest
coffee,
liar
someone
because
said too, right? Yeah.
bro,
Um,
because she was knee
I
deep
want to
in
ask you a
it.
question about that person you talked to. Did they give you any type of time frame?
No,
Any
but they
idea?
also told me. Oh yeah, they kind of did. And I'm not bullshitting. They told me next year sometime, like after the beginning of next year. That's what they said. Because I asked them that. When are they gonna do it? They ever gonna do it? They said maybe around next year this time. They just wait. And then they said there's a lot of because I asked. I said, well, why didn't they use that? Why didn't they say the basement at first? Why they say the basement at first and they didn't use the garage? And I asked, where did it happen? Person told me it happened in the garage. Person told me that Higgins, the way they explained it, I said, the way they explained it, that Colin ain't getting in trouble. Even though Colin was 100% involved, they're going after Higgins. Now, I'm saying it now. This is what this person told me. Higgins, Big Bad Brian A., Jen McCabe, Julie McCabe, Jen McCabe, Julie Albert, Nicole Albert. They're going after all, and Chris. They're saying they just ain't fucking with Colin for whatever reason. They're going after them. That's what they told me. I don't know why. I don't know if it makes sense. The person could be bullshitting just for props. But based on what they look like, based on what they do for a living, I mean, hey, I don't know why they want to lie to kick it when they're already kicking it. But I'll tell you, you know what I'm talking about, James Jackson.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
This shit is wild, bro. I didn't ask for this shit.
I want to hear more after the show. No, I'm like, we need to talk off the record.
Shit is wild. And I'll tell you this. I asked, word has it too. There's more video of Higgins.
More video of what?
Being in places. Being in
Of what?
places he shouldn't be at. Being in places that he shouldn't be at.
Who,
And the
Higgins?
reason why, and the reason why they don't have it, the defense never had it, because word has it, the other people.
Feds?
The other people. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Pickles. I don't know
The
nothing.
other people.
The other people. Hey, they need it. They need it. So there is other video, and if this happens, like this person says, then you heard it here first. Now it could all be bullshit.
No.
But based on what I know, this person,
You think?
no, I don't think so, bro.
I don't think so either.
If that happens, our shit's gonna blow up in next year.
Well, you make sure
we should just sit back for a few months and just
Hey,
wait.
why do you liquidate shit? People liquidate shit.
So
Yes,
there you
no,
go. My bad. My bad, Kevy Kev. I don't want to overtalk it.
No.
This is just what I know. So that's how it started. I said to the person, if you guys are watching them, what are they doing? Like, are they just living their life? They go, the person says, they're doing what guilty people do. They're acting guilty. I said, oh, yeah? They said they're liquidating assets.
You know
They're
about
just
that
watching
money making.
They're just watching them. They're watching them move things around, getting things ready for the big bust. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, it could all be bullshit, but based on what I know, listen, I'm not LTL. I'm not claiming I'm a fucking journalist. I'm not claiming all
you
that.
are though. You are. Even
but
you
I
don't
am.
have to claim it. But you
Yeah,
know what's
I
funny
mean-
is liquidating assets. Like me, I mean,
They're moving shit
you
around.
you guys know I'm being sued. It's bullshit. But giving so much to Aiden and Karen Reed is because I had to like build up my cash assets for this lawsuit, right? So that makes perfect sense. If you think you're about to be federally indicted, you might want to sell things so you have some
Tighten
cash
up
to
ship.
pay the lawyers, right?
Yeah.
That makes
All
sense.
I know is
Does
the
make
first-
sense.
All I know is this person said they're doing what guilty people do. And I said, what's that? Liquidating assets. And oh, by the way, when that shit went down between TB and the witness that only got 12 days jail time or something and pled out to 1 day or something stupid, I asked, which side is that on? Like, which side does that land on? Like, what got leaked out or some shit, right? Like, who's in trouble? Is it TB and Karen? Or is it? And they said, nope, it's on that side. You know what I'm saying? So, like, whatever got leaked out or whatever, like, you know, it's not to hurt. It's not. They're not against us. They're against the other people. So these are the things I hear, man, and you know, and I take it all in, and I just, you know, but they're coming, and they said not just them. They said there's the whole shit that they're forming. Some wild shit's about to go down, and they said to give you the timeline. I'm not even bullshitting. That's what they said. They said early 2026. They said like January, February. I did ask them that. I said when, and they said that. And you know, I don't got to bullshit. I ain't got to lie to kick it. And let me tell you something, Higgins. If you're watching, Higgins, if you're watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Exactly who I'm talking about. Exactly. Let's just say this person. I'm not even going to say.
Yeah, just leave it at that. He knows who you're talking about.
Yeah, he knows.
And, you know.
God damn, JFK.
God damn.
Yeah, so, you know, just to get into the Karen Reed shit, we talked about, you know, we've been rocking for 3 hours. If you want to wrap it up, man, it was fun. We could do this all night, man. You already know that, man.
Mikey.
But, Mike, man, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Mikey. You know that.
You're muted up, Mike.
Same here.
Mike, you're muted.
I appreciate the platform, Mike.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, let's go to Kevy Kev, James, and JFK. We'll wrap it up. Like, you have any final thoughts, Kevy Kev?
You know, I mean, if you haven't stood up for Francis Jigalotti, stand up. That's all I got to say, Mike. I appreciate this time.
Kevy Kev.
Yeah. Definitely stand up. What I would say is, first is, you know, R.I.P. Francis Jigalotti. His mom's been through a hell of a lot. The family's been through a hell of a lot. They need answers. This awareness needs to be spread more. And it's gonna be. We're gonna continue to do our job. And I appreciate everybody that rocked out tonight. Super chats. I really can't read them because when I put the thing to the mic, it makes all this noise, and I'm trying to focus on this tonight. Yeah,
we had a lot of good super chats, especially on your JFK and James Jackson stream.
I think I saw Nan and I can't see this far right now, but Nan.
I just want to say that you're going to be redirected to Bedtime Magic. I know James can't get on tonight because he's fucked. And I want to say thank you to James because I put James. I put James in a tight spot. I said to him, "Yo, you're doing some oral surgery. Toughen the fuck up." And he was like, "Yo, bro, what do you mean?" I said, "Man, you're going to have to toughen the fuck up." And he toughened up, man. He's fucked up right now. His mouth is fucked up. So I appreciate you, James, for coming up here, man, because we need you, man.
For 3 hours, too.
Yeah,
wasn't even gonna say shit. I had the ice pack there, but I wasn't gonna hold it on my shit.
James,
you have something coming up tonight too, James? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we're doing
bedtime.
Yeah, we're gonna do Bedtime Magic, man. Me and Kevy Kev. I'm sure because Kevy Kev's the dancer on the show, so it's like solid gold on this motherfucker.
I gotta make sure. I'm gonna redirect everyone from.
Shit, I'm gonna have to take this sweatshirt off too.
Oh god damn.
We're just gonna go over some shit, man. Play some music for the people, the long gamers. We usually do it after we start at at 11. Turtle Boy people start flying, and we go to 1 a.m. Bedtime Magic, man. We play slow songs, and we do it for the ladies, man, and the fellas, man, that love that energy, and it's a pivot. It's something different, we get copyright strike. We ain't making the super chats, whatever, it helps, but we ain't gonna get no money off the views. You know how that goes. But we play music and then we put our head down and we just talk about other shit, and bring back that nostalgia feeling on Bedtime Magic with JFK.
Do you have any issues with the strikes? I always wonder about those when they come through. Do they ever block you or anything?
Yeah, they do. They try to knock down the stream, but we do it in a way that we learn how to finagle the bagel. where we just don't. I think if you just continue to play music consistently and you playing it, like they pick up on it. But if you do like how we do it, we basically play the music and they strike you regardless. You get striked and you got to put in a review and say, hey, we didn't mean nothing by it. It's a big pain in the ass, but hey, it's to us. I feel like I owe it to DJ a little bit to them. Play the music and and I get to know my audience. I get to know what type of music they like, what age they are, like where they stand, and and it makes me connect with them. So I'm willing to do it for them.
I'm trying to redirect. You allow redirecting to you, right?
Of course, brother. Redirect it. You already know.
Just making sure. Some people
Yeah,
don't
and
have
if
it
you
turned
haven't
on, I know.
subscribed, Kevy Kev
Say the name of
781.
the stream because I'm not finding it. Say the name of it again tonight.
Bedtime Magic.
Bedtime Magic. Okay. So
Bedtime
like
Magic.
They used to have that on the radio.
Yeah.
We're taking it over.
David Allen Boucher. Just a bedtime
We brought
magic.
it. We brought it back.
Subscribe
We play that
to
old Keith Sweat.
James Jackson too. Obviously JFK show off. And already in there.
Smash the like button. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Smash
many
the like.
subscribers did you get, Kevy Kev? Where you at?
I'm up to like 327, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah,
but
I was earlier.
Tonight, you
I
gotta have more than
appreciate
that.
all that too. Trying to build this up. I got some content that I'm gonna start sharing and trying to set up base. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not letting me redirect to you. I don't know why. It says that you.
It's all right. Don't worry about it, brother. I already redirected
it. Chat. Yeah. I'm gonna
yeah,
throw
don't worry about
it,
it, brother.
anyway,
It's
so.
all good. It's all good.
Right, cool.
You got 393 right now. We got to get right now, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. We need to get Kevy Kev over 400 right now. He's got 393. It's Kevy Kev 781. Kevy Kev 781. He's got 393. Let's get him over 400 tonight.
I gotta
Let's
get
go,
up there
people.
too.
Let's go, people.
Let's go. Get it up.
I got 3,400. I need at least what?
Let's go. Let's get it up for James, people. Let's get it up.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Yeah, we posted a few different links in the chat tonight too. So hopefully people are joining, subscribing.
Appreciate it.
I want to thank you all for being here. This was so informative and like so worthy of our time. Thank you so much for being here. I learned a lot and I definitely want to help this family. That's to watch all those videos and to see the interviews with the girlfriend and hear about the mom losing all three of her kids. It's
horrible.
It's tragic.
I'll put you in touch with Becca and you could talk to her, bring her up.
Yeah, bring her.
Bring her up, talk to her for an hour like the way you do it, and you can ask her all the questions you want. And she's real good at this, you know what I mean? She's a nice girl. And I'll send you the videos, the links to the videos if you want to play them, while you're talking to her or something. I don't, whatever how you want to do it, your show, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool, like if you get like Maz or someone maybe to jump in with you and like ask her the questions, you know what I mean? Another personality, like it's just more the better, man. Put fire on it,
And I hope other people jump on it too. Like you'd go on other shows too to talk about this too if people want to have you on, right?
Yeah. So the Glera said he's gonna do it. The Glera said he's gonna do it, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna wear a Miami hat when I go on a show, and disclaimer, right? But nah, so we're gonna do the Glera show. He's down for that, and I'm gonna hit LTL up because I'm gonna be in Boston next week. I'm gonna see if he wants me and James Jackson and Kevy Kev in the studio. I would love to go to his studio and do it that way. I love shit like that. We're old radio guys, nothing like being in the moment, doing it live with everybody together. I love that too. So if he's down to do that, we'll do it, and that way it brings us together. Like he talks community, it brings us all together. We never did that show like that, so it kind of be cool, if he's available. If he's available, we'll do it. If not, whatever. Something in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about some stuff too, upcoming.
Whatever you want. You want me to make you something?
Record.
You say you want me to make you
well,
something?
Well, that too. That we can talk about here. Like, yeah, I want a video. I want like just even like a 10-second intro video, like one of those little videos you do. Love something like that. But something else we can't talk about on here. But I definitely want to talk to you about something else.
All right. And I say in September,
I think you'll enjoy.
I say in September that we, next month sometime, or maybe early October, we, when the season changes over a little bit, we do another live show. It'd be me, you, Kevy Kev, with Young Jerks. We could do it in the same spot on like a Monday or a Thursday, sell some tickets. And we could do this with all the long gamers and all the jerks, man, and have a good time, especially around that time is that time of season's great in Boston,
It's around here and the Boston area, anytime after September is the best time to do events, and I love how close it is to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm in.
Let's do
Let me
that.
know.
Yeah. We're gonna set that up for sure.
Cool. Yeah, we got a lot to do then. I got some.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, JFK, Kevy Kev.
Thank you, bro.
James Jackson. Love you all. Thank you for being here, and everyone. I hope they follow you guys on all your accounts, because you got a lot of accounts. You want to shut them out one more time so people can follow you at X, Facebook. Tell us everywhere where people can follow you. Kevy Kev, James, and then JFK.
You're muted.
Kevy Kev, you're muted, man. Toughen up, will you?
God damn, JFK.
Me usually.
Kevy
I thought it
Kev
was me. I'm looking
781.
down.
Check me out on YouTube, and follow, subscribe. There's more to come.
Nice. James Jackson. It's James JKSN on YouTube. But if you put James Jackson, JFK, James Jackson, Karen Reed, it comes up. And yeah, that's it. I really don't go on Twitter. You'll see me on Twitter once in a while. Just people I know, Facebook, people I know. I'm starting to branch out with other people. But yeah, so far I'm just YouTube.
At JFK Show Off. JFK Show Off. Everywhere. I'm everywhere. Check me out. You want to check out my music on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. I got albums, songs.
Bandcamp.
You'd be surprised. Bandcamp. If you want to support on Bandcamp and go buy some music and put it and support the artist, that's great too. Or you could stream over there too. It's a good little site to stream. It's alternative to the bigger sites. So whatever you guys want to do, just let me know.
Thank you for the advice, because I was wondering. Someone said no straw, because my shit is starting to kill, bro. They said no straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I would get rid of the straw for at least a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll feel better in the morning though.
Dry socket.
Yeah, you better go. Yeah, no dry socket.
I don't want that shit, man. But yeah, Mikey, we appreciate your time and having us up here and being able to speak about Francis. And I hope everybody now has a better understanding of Francis Jigalotti.
For sure.
I think we do.
Yeah,
I
thank
do.
you.
The video, between the videos and the just everything, you guys are very thorough. Thank you so much for bringing everybody this info, myself and everybody that's watching tonight. Very much appreciate you guys, and love your show. Keep doing it, and I'm just a big fan. JFK, James Jackson, Kevy Kev, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mikey.
We'll
Thank
check
you, Mikey.
out soon.
All right.
All right, Mike. We'll see you soon, brother.
Peace.
Bedtime magic.
Bedtime Magic. Yeah,
Bedtime
we'll check
Magic.
that out. We're gonna put that in the link. We'll see you over at Bedtime Magic tonight. Thank
Peace
you guys.
and love.
All right. Kevy Kev, I'll talk to you.
Later, man.
Peace.
We're the Young Jerks. That was great. I just want to thank all of them for being here tonight. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. JFK Show Off on YouTube and Twitter, Facebook, everywhere else. James Jackson. Also, make sure you follow him and Kevy Kev. I want to thank them all for being here tonight and providing all the content, all this information. And we want to support this family. I think that's a big takeaway tonight. There's definitely an injustice here, and we'll continue to cover it. And I want to thank them for shining a light on it and kind of prodding me to do it. Like, I'm watching their videos, and I'm like, they're right. We need to start covering this more. So God bless them. I saw one nasty comment tonight. It was like, why are you having these losers on, Mike? I love you. Whoever you are, like, you are the loser, whoever. Because how could you watch this show and say that about these guys? They're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. I wish we had thousands of that. If we had thousands of JFKs out there, we wouldn't have any problems. Yeah, exactly. F that loser. I mean, how can you say that shit? It's that classism bullshit. I swear to God. And I guarantee you're not as working as hard as they are. Like, look at JFK. Guy works hard on the shows. Even like he said, he's not even a journalist, and he's doing more journalism than the Boston Globe. I want to thank everyone who was here. All the what do we call them? The long gamers, all the jerks, all the people who super chatted. There were a lot of super chats coming in. We didn't have that many people watching, but you all donated, and especially the JFK and James Jackson fans. You folks are impressive. You really are. I just wanted. I can't even read them all. There's a lot of super chats here. Thank you all. I'm just gonna put everyone on the screen. I do got to run. I got to go see some dogs. I got to go take out my dogs tonight. They've been very good upstairs. But I just want to make sure I get them all up here because there was a bunch of $99 ones. Thank you, everybody. I think I got them all up. I'm not sure what my next show is, but we'll be doing something. If you haven't, please subscribe and like. We'll see you soon. I want to thank all the mods, too. JFK had some great mods. I was watching them tonight, posting all the links. I want to thank their mod team, as well as my mod team. We got some great ladies modding. I want to thank MJ. I want to thank who else was here tonight? I think I saw Scott McGinnis here, but our entire mod team for the Young Jerks, I love them. And I also liked seeing the JFK crew too. They a lot of good people in the chat tonight. So I will see you soon. I'm not sure when. But excellent show. I want to thank, again, Kevy Kev, James Jackson, JFK. Very happy that they came on tonight. And I'm glad for what they do. And I'm looking forward to doing the event that we talked about tonight, too. So we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.